the diversity of, I really just want to know the diversity of persons here, right? Like, where are you joining us from? Why are you so interested
Sorry,
in data science?
Rayma. I think your audio, your audio, there's a background noise with your audio. So I can't really hear you all with the background audio you have. So if you could just fix it real quick, okay, and you can come back, okay? All right, so Brahima is a senior data associate at 10 Analytics, and she's the one that will be leading the session, starting up the session. My name is Ifemena Pro, and I would be the one facilitating the session for today. So I'm going to be leading together alongside with Brahima today on, how to get started and how to start your career as a full stack data scientist. So essentially, we still have quite a number of people that are going to be joining us, okay? And we're going to use the first couple of minutes to get to know one another, all right? So, Brian, have you done that? You have that fixed?
Yes, I have. You can hear me clearly right
now. Yes, I can.
Okay. So is that good enough? Can we all hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so that's nice. So, as I was saying before, my audience seriously threw me out, right? I know we are here to learn today, and it's really amazing the amount of persons that we are going to have in this session. But I really want to know, where are you joining us from, right? Where are you joining us from? Are you in Nigeria? Are you in UK? Are you in Ghana? Are you in Kenya? Or where are you joining us from, right? And I want to see our responses, right? Why are you so interested? I know there's a lot of buzz around what data science is, right? But why are you here? Why are you interested? I need our responses in the chat. So, okay, so I think I'm going to just call one person out, right? I think I'm going to call Olusesi Michael Temidayo. Hi, Temidayo. Good evening. How are you doing today? You can unmute yourself and speak up.
Sorry, did you say Olusesi Michael?
Yes. I can see your, I can see your awesome picture. So where are you joining us from? Yes, where are you joining us from? And,
good evening, everyone. My name is Michael from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a student of Unilag, Political Science 300 level. So I see data science as a very interesting means to get involved in the tech world. I'm a copywriter, so I just want to expand my horizon. That's basically the thing.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you very much for that feedback. Checking the chat, I can see some persons from Kenya, from Ghana, from Kano, Nigeria. I can see from UK, from Port Harcourt. I want to officially welcome all of us to today's Masterclass session, right? And I want us to prepare our minds to learn, right? So as Michael mentioned, it's all about you developing yourself, right? Yes, you've heard about data science, but you taking that step further that, okay, I really want to know what this data science is all about. What exactly is this tech thing, right? That's like a really good admiration, right? So I officially welcome us to 10 Analytics Full Stack Data Science Masterclass, right? And as I mentioned in the chat, yes, I'm the one that has been sending all of the multiple messages that you've been seeing, right? So I really want us to listen, right? Focus and try to avoid distraction, right? So you can just silence your phone and then listen. So, okay, moving on, right? Who is analytics? What do we do? Where are we from, right? This masterclass session, this practical masterclass session is hosted, right, by 10 Analytics. So we are an educational technological company, yes, and we noticed that, okay, a lot of Blacks, a lot of Africans, they are really interested in venturing into the tech industry, right? They're interested in, okay, I want to be a data scientist, I want to be a data analyst, I want to do this, but I really don't know how to go about this. So we noticed this gap between enthusiasts and then the main industry. So we took that upon ourselves, right? We took that upon ourselves that it is high time Africans get in tech, right? It is high time Africans, and not just because most times when you go to these organizations, you see a lot of white persons, Indians, and the rest, but Africans are not well represented. So we took that upon ourselves that it is high time we as Africans are in this tech industry too. So before we move on, I just need our responses, right? Why exactly are we interested in tech? Right? Why exactly are we interested in tech? I need a response. I know some persons will say, okay, they want to get the knowledge, they want to acquire this, they want to upskill, right? But why exactly? I want to see a response in the chats, right? A lot of people, I'm sure like a lot of persons wrote a lot of resolution for this year that, okay, I want to move a level. So I need a responses in the chat. Is it for the money? Oh gosh, Olu said the money is tech, right? That's nice. I need a responses coming in. So moving back to my slide, I mentioned that, okay, we noticed that there's this gap between persons that are interested in tech and them not having access to these resources. So we took that upon ourselves, and that's how Tech Analytics came about, right? So we are get towards ensuring that, okay, if you're interested in tech, right, you get the right guidance, you get the right resources from professionals on how to go about, okay, whichever tech stack that you're interested in. So I want to welcome all of us. And going back to our previous achievements, right? We have helped over 300 persons transition into tech. So these are persons without prior knowledge in data science, right? These are persons without prior knowledge in tech, because some persons, when I speak to them, they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm really interested in tech. I don't know how to go about it. I don't have a career. I don't have a background. How do I go about it? We have successfully helped people transition into tech. So I need you to tell yourself that this tech thing, this data science thing, I'm going to do it and I'm going to get it clearly. So I can still see a response in the chat. I want to transform my community, stock investment, okay, for skill purpose. That is amazing. And I really want us to keep all of these reasons, right, engrave it. So that's going to be like a motivation to you moving forward, that yes, if they can do it, I can do it too. So moving on, this is our achievement from the previous years, right? We've helped Africans land tech jobs across continents. So we can see we had a data analytics masterclass and like a hackathon last year where we had people come and test their skills. So it's not just about you getting these skills, right? It's not just about you, okay, knowing, okay, I can use Excel, I know how to code, but then you applying these skills to the industry. So we had a hackathon last year where we had people come to test their skills, where we gave them, okay, materials to work on, and they provided insight. And trust me, we'll be having another one this year. I really want us to look forward to it. So we're featured in one of the biggest newsletters in Nigeria, that's Punch newspapers, of how we are impacting Nigerians and helping them transition fully into the tech industry, and how we are helping persons upskill their lives. So moving on, this is like part of our achievements as a community, right? So as I mentioned earlier, our goal is get towards ensuring that Africans, right? It is high time Africans will step up and dominate this tech community, right? So moving on, and the last one we had recently, right? This is our alumni hackathon where we had 4 winners. Trust me, if you missed this, you need to go back to our YouTube channel and check out this exciting session, because we had, okay, past participants of our program come and test their skills, come and apply what they have learned to the data industry, to solving real world problems. And it was a very, very insightful session. So I want us to, if you were not here, trust me, you need to go to YouTube and check this out. So these are our achievements from the previous years. So we've seen that we are tested and trusted, right? Because we have a lot of persons come say, okay, I can do this, but then there's no proof. So we can see that we have successfully helped a lot of Africans move and transition into the tech industry. So, okay, so we have a lot of our participants that are working in different organizations, right? So it's not just about you learning these skills, right? It's not just about you acquiring this knowledge, right? So it is you putting it into practice. It is you successfully getting that job. Trust me, I don't know about you, but I'm here for the money, right? Yes, alongside acquiring the skill, getting the knowledge, but trust me, when that money enters your account, you'll be so happy and excited. So we've had a lot of our participants work with different organizations. So moving on, we'll be hearing my voice, we'll be hearing okay, and I'm very much sending a lot of messages to the group chat, we'll be hearing of Efemina, but who are we really? So Efemina is the co-founder of Then Analytics, is a business data support lead at Post Office UK, and it has like close to a decade experience, right, in the data science industry. So this is proven and he's trusted, right? So you know that you are coming here to learn from a professional that knows what is really happening in the tech industry. So this is me, my humble self. My humble self, I am Esegena Brima. I'm a senior data associate at Tech Analytics. I have close to 3 years experience in the data science industry, applying the techniques across Africa, Europe, America, and Asia. So I want to officially welcome us to today's session. And as I earlier mentioned, right, you are here to learn. You've taken that decision that, okay, you want to upskill yourself. You want to know what data science really is about. You want to move from a level where before to a new level, right? You want to acquire this knowledge. So I want all of us to take out time now, avoid all distractions and ensure that you listen, because trust me, you are going to learn a lot today. You are going to learn a lot. You are going to acquire like so much knowledge. So I think that is all from my end. I'll be handing over to Efemina. Hi, Efemina.
Thanks a lot, Abrahama. You've gone through all of that. All right, thanks a lot. So let me just jump straight into it without wasting too much of our time. So I'm just gonna, you can stop sharing while I share my screen. Okay. Uh, all right. So two things, Brahma, please, if you can help disable people from turning on their video, and also just try to mute everyone so that there's no distraction anywhere. Thanks. All right. So I'm just going to jump straight into it, and let's start. So you guys have had, had a wonderful time discussing, Brahma has went through all the things that we do at analytics, what we want to achieve, what we aim to achieve essentially. All right. Sorry, let me sharing the wrong screen. Okay. All right. So, and that's what we want to achieve. Okay. We want to get more people into the tech environment, into the tech space. All right. And the whole idea for us is a lot of people feel like there are no jobs. If I should ask everybody on the call right now, are there jobs in Nigeria? People say, oh, there are no jobs, there are no jobs, there are no jobs. Yeah. Or, people are relocating. And the key thing is, the key question I had, everybody asks, or people tell each other, the key advice people advise each other is learn a skill. Okay. Be a hairdresser, be a barber, be a this, be a that. But nobody tells you to learn a skill. Nobody tells you to learn a technical skill that people will pay you more money because you own that particular skill. All right. So even if you're in Nigeria, are you competitive abroad? Can you basically get a job abroad? All right. Can you work for a company remotely? These are the key things you need to ask yourself. Now, if you look at yourself currently and you look at your CV, all right, and you cannot apply for a job in the US and get that job, all right, then definitely you need to invest in yourself. Everybody talks about investing in cryptocurrency, real estate, so on and so forth, but nobody really tells you to invest in yourself. All right. To invest in yourself is a critical point, all right, in which we are trying to tell most people that, see, this tech environment that people are talking about, that it looks so difficult for you to comprehend, it's actually very easy. It's the key thing that we just want. That's literally why we started analytics, to tell most Nigerians, most Africans that getting a career in tech, it's not as difficult. It's not as difficult as it used to be. All right. All right. Now you have structured learning approaches that will get you into that particular, into your desired career path. All right. So let me just go ahead and mute everyone. I don't know why. All right. I'm just going to mute everyone. All right, so please, Barima, just get to turn off everybody's video so that they don't turn on their video during the call. All right, thanks. All right, so brief, that's about analytics, and that's what we
You're muted.
All right, so we're going to be demystifying how you can get started in data science. Now, data science is by far one of the most lucrative, they call it the sexiest job of the future. It's actually back then when I started my career in data science, that's what they used to say, the sexiest job of the future. But now, it's actually, that's what it is at the moment. It's not the future anymore, it's now. All right. And you'll be talking to myself. I have quite a number of experience. I've worked as a, currently I lead the business data support team with the post office here in the UK. Also, I work with, all right. Also, I've worked as a global business systems analyst. Also, I've worked as a business intelligence developer. I've worked as a data scientist. I've worked with different organizations across Europe, across the US, across Nigeria, across Africa, so on and so forth. But today, the key question is not talking about me, all right? It's not even about analytics. It's about how do you get started in data science? How do you get started? Not just learning the skill, but also getting a job. That's the key thing. So we're going to be exploring quite a number of things today. We're going to be talking about quite a number of things today. Now, the first on the list is we're going to, a lot of people have tried to learn Python, right? And they've said that it is difficult to learn, it is hard, it is difficult to comprehend, and what's the essence of learning Python, so on and so forth. So today we're going to get our hands busy and build some responsive Python codes. We're going to get busy. All right. So that Python that you've been scared of learning, you've been, pushing it into the future to say, oh, I'm going to learn next week, I'm going to learn next year. We're going to be learning Python today in class. And you see how easy and straightforward it is for you to learn Python. Now, if you've ever tried learning Python, I want you to put it in the chat what your experience has been like. If you've ever tried learning Python, what has your experience been like? Please tell me, guys. I want to see it in the chat. You can use the chat, guys. All right. So if you've ever tried learning Python, I want to hear your experience. Is it difficult? Is it hard? Is it easy? No, I want to hear what you guys have to say, basically. Anybody? It was challenging at first, not funny. Okay, all right. It's not funny, it's challenging, it's the best language, relatively easy. It's pretty straightforward to me. It is beginner friendly, it is confusing. All right, it's a semi-hard. All right, I just want to start quite straight for language, I guess. A bit confusing. So a lot of people have had mixed feeling about data science, learning data science, because you have to learn Python. It's coding. So everybody runs away from it because they feel it is absolutely technical. All right. But you see, it's one of the easiest things you can actually learn. And that's fair. We're going to demystify it today. We're going to break it down into small chunks. You will write Python codes in class today, and you'll see how easy it is to learn Python. All right. So that fear of you saying you cannot become a data scientist, today we're going to quench that particular mentality. We're going to quench it today and get you into the data science space. All right. So we're not just going to get busy to write Python codes. I'm going to show you the pathway to becoming a full stack data scientist. The key word there is full stack. All right. The key word there is full stack. It's not just data science. It's not just learning Python. How do you become a full stack data scientist? Okay. Now, we'll also talk about remote full-time tech relocation opportunities. So if you're in Nigeria, you want to work for a company in the US, you want to work remotely for a company in the UK, Canada, so on and so forth, we're going to discuss how you can apply for these kind of jobs. All right. We'll also talk about tech relocation opportunity. Or what about if I want to get a job that will relocate me, and my family to the UK, to Canada, to the US? How can I get this kind of job? Or even other countries in Europe, or even other countries in the world, Australia, Netherlands, so on and so forth. How do I get these tech opportunities? We're going to also talk about that. Now, bear in mind that it's only people that wait to the end of the session that will get this recording. Okay, only people that wait to the end of the session will get the recording, right? So we also have a special offer for you if you wait to the end of the session. Okay, We'd also talk about one of the key features of our program that gets people job in multinational companies, which is the Analytics Growth Internship Program. The Analytics Growth Internship Program. So, like, I'm just going to reiterate it one more time, the things that we're going to do today. We're going to get our hands busy to build some responsive Python codes, all right? And after that, we're going to also, we'll talk about the pathway to becoming a full stack data scientist. The keyword there is full stack, okay? Then we'll also talk about remote full-time job, okay? So the whole essence of you learning a skill, not just for you to learn for, just for the fun of it, it's for you to better your life. It's for you to get a better career. It's for you to get a better pay. Do you understand? That's literally the reasons I started, all right? So I started as a consultant. I started working as a consultant, but I wanted more. I wanted more money. I wanted that flexibility. I didn't want to talk to people. I wanted to be on my system, to code, I just wanted to be a computer person. You understand? And that was when, I didn't earn more money than what I used to earn back then. All right. So that's one of the reasons I started. So if you're looking for those kind of remote opportunity, all right, then we will also be discussing how you can actually get the skill and also get the remote opportunity. We'll also talk about tech relocation opportunities. Okay. Then we'll move into the special offer we have for you. And we'll also talk about the Analytics Growth Internship Program. The Analytics Growth Internship Program, which helps quite a number of our participants land tech jobs across the world. All right. So if you're excited, honestly speaking, if you're excited to learn these things today, to listen to me, to learn something different today, I want you to put a yeah in the chat. Put yeah. I want to put yeah. If you're excited to learn all these things today, put yeah in the chat. Yeah, my guys. All right, let's go. Oh, I need more. I want to let's destroy Zoom. Let's all right. Yeah, let's go. So we're going to be doing quite a number of things today. All right. And to be honest, you're going to learn a lot. All right. You'll learn a lot. And that's the beauty of you being with analytics. I mean, we've trained quite a number of people, over last year we did over 22,000. This year alone, January to the first quarter, we did over 15,000. Now we still want to do more. That's the reason why we're doing this thing, to get more people into the tech environment. Okay. And I'll share some personal testimonies, or not really testimonies, but personal I'll say testimonials, because it's our participants that are getting these jobs, and we are meeting in places now. Do you understand? And I'll share my own personal experience. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let's get started first of all. All right, but before we start, okay, have you guys heard of the word timoxilin balabutinol before? Have you guys heard of timoxilin balabutinol, data science? So the people that said they've learned Python, they've learned this, they've learned that. Have you heard of timoxilin balabutinol before? All right, no, I can see a lot of no's in the chat. Okay, no. All right, don't worry, I will do it for you today. I'll do it. I'm going to pick a random person. So, and I'm going to test it with the random person. I'm going to ask you to mute yourself. So let's go with anybody, if you want to go along with me, raise up your hand and I'll call you. So let me ask you to raise up your hand and I'll call you so we can practice boxing and balabutinol together. Okay, so I have Bruce, okay, Mackenzie, if I'm correct. All right, so let me take Kez Amani. Are you there?
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, let's go. So we're going to be talking about timoxilin balabutinol. Okay, people don't know what it means. I'm sure you don't know what it means, but we're going to be practicing it together. Okay. So Kezamani, do you want to give me 4-digit random numbers? Give me 4-digit random numbers, and let's start from there.
4789.
4,
7,
7.
8, 9.
Oh, fantastic! I love that. Thank you very much for that. You can mute yourself. I'll call somebody else. Okay. 4789. So now I'll just put in some random numbers, all random numbers. Okay. So all random numbers. Okay. This is 24,787. All right. So I'm going to call Chibuzo. Chibuzo, do you want to unmute yourself? Chibuzo, do you want to unmute yourself? Yes, Chibuzo. Yes, go ahead, please. Give me another 4-digit random number.
0409.
0409.
09.
Oh, fantastic. All right, that's very good. 4-digit random numbers. So what I will do now is I'm going to add another set of random numbers, just random numbers. All right. Okay. Let's see.
You shocked me.
Okay. All right. So this is 9590. So I'm going to get one last person. I'm going to get one last person. Afolabi, you're not raising up your hand, so I can't really call you. I can see all of you putting chats, your hands up in the chat. That's not Veronica. Let me call Veronica. Okay, for dropping their hands. Elizabeth. Let me call Elizabeth. Uzoho. No. Elizabeth, are you there? Yes.
Yes.
Elizabeth.
Five,
Hi.
five, four, hello, 5468.
6-8. Fantastic. All right. So Elizabeth has given us 5468. So I'm going to add the last random number. All random numbers. Nothing. All random numbers. Okay. All right. So basically, this is what we call Timoxin Button now. Now, if you add these numbers together, if you sum up all these numbers, it will give you this random number that you have here. All right. If you sum up all these random numbers I got from Tezamani, from everybody on the call, people that came up to mute themselves, we're going to get this random number. Now, a lot of people, if you believe me, say yes. If you believe me, say no. If you don't believe me, believe me, yes. If you don't believe me, put no. Let me see the people that are believing in me. No. See people that don't believe in me. All right. No problem. I'm going to show you today the meaning of the Moxil Balabuta now. Quickly. We don't waste too much time. 4789 plus 0409, okay, plus 9590 plus 5468 plus 4531. Say, I missed that. 4531. All right. And you see 24787. You can sum it up in your own parts, okay? And you say it's going to be the same thing because random numbers will always give you a holistic random number. It's just the way life works. This is what I did my thesis on. This is what I did my master's thesis on. And this is beautiful. This is why they said numbers don't lie. Numbers don't do what? Numbers don't lie. Okay. Random numbers will always interact together to give you this random number. So you see this number here, because I had written this random number, your mind automatically, even as much as you're giving out random numbers, your mind has calculated it already to give these numbers together to give this random number that you have here. So that's what we call Timoxin in Balabutinol. Honestly speaking, I don't know how to spell it. Even though I wrote a thesis on it, even though I wrote a whole project work on it, I honestly don't know how to spell it. So if you're asking me to spell it, I don't know how to spell it. All right. But I'm just messing around with you. There is nothing like Timoxin available to now. There is nothing like that. Okay. There's nothing like that. I don't know how to spell it. The person that wrote Timoxin available to now, I don't know where you got that from, but I don't know what it means. All right. I'm just messing around. It's a very simple mathematics trick. Okay. If you wait to the end of the session, also, I'll put it on the Jara. I will tell you how to do this on your own. All right. It's very easy, very simple. It looks complicated, but yeah, it's very, very simple to learn. Trust me, very simple to learn. So now, do it again, please. Don't know if you have enough time to do that. Okay, just because of you, all right, just because of this person, I said we should do it again. I'll do it again one more time quickly so we can start the session. Do you know what? I'm only going to take one person this time around. So, and I'm going to call Daniel Dari, okay, because it's the person I said I should do it again. I'm guessing he wants to try. So Daniel, if you want to raise up your hand, let me just quickly call you out. So Daniel Dari, raise up your hand quickly. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself. So let's do it together quickly in just 1 minute. Okay. So give me 4-digit random numbers quickly. I want this to be fast and easy so people don't think that we are okay.
33420.
Okay. All right. So random numbers, okay? Okay. So this is the last random number. We are quickly giving another set. Don't unmute yourself. Don't mute yourself back. We need to do this quickly. So, all right. Give me another 4-digit random number.
2081.
81. So I'll put this on other random numbers. Okay. All right. Give me another random number. Daniel, you don't need to mute yourself. Just leave it. Just
Eight,
unmuted. Okay.
80,
80
11.
11. Okay. So the last random numbers. Okay. Sorry. It's all random numbers. So let me just see. I made a error with that. Okay, so once you add up all these numbers together, it's going to give you this random number. Okay, once you add up all these random numbers, it's going to give you this random number. So basically, that's what we call Timoxin Balabuta now. All right, so that's the way you work it out. Okay, so let's quickly test it out quickly so that we don't waste too much time on this. All right, 3420 plus 2981 plus 7018 plus 8011 plus 1988. All right. And you see it's 23418. All right. So that's basically what we call timoxilin butanol. Okay. So if you wait to the end of the session, I'll tell you how to do this. Very easy, very simple to work with. Okay. And let's just jump straight into it. So today we're going to be having a practical masterclass. We're going to be learning how to write code in Python. It's going to be exciting because we're going to make some very beautiful, very intelligent code. Okay, that people would be surprised that you know how to do in just the next 30-45 minutes. All right. So let's do this quickly. Let's learn Python. Let's learn Python in the next 30-45 minutes. And let's see what we come up with. All right. So I want you to open any browser of your choice. Open any, this is a practical masterclass, okay? So please open any browser of your choice. You're using Google Chrome, you're using Internet Explorer, you're using Mozilla, you're using whatever browser you use any browser of your choice, okay? Now, in your browser, I want you to type in Google Colab. I want you to type in Google Colab, all right? I want you to type in Google Colab. We're using Google Colab today to write Python codes. And I'm going to explain, even though you've never heard this thing before in your life, just literally follow this step. Everything I'm doing, just take it one step at a time. And you'll get to see that these things are not difficult. All right. You see that tech bro that is always on the computer, that is always typing. You can learn it. It's very simple. And you will learn it today. If you just take the next 30-45 with me, just let me drive you. All right. And you'll see you will be able to learn this thing by yourself. All right. Then we'll not talk about opportunities later. All right. Later we'll talk about opportunities. But now let's talk about how you can learn this thing. Okay. So now just go to your Google Drive, just go on Google and type in Google Colab. That's all I want you to go. Google Colab. When they say collabo, all right. When they say collaborate, when you're collaborating with something, okay, it means Google. That's a Google Colab I'm talking about. Okay. So yes, people are asking in the chat. I'm dropping it in the chat. Google Colab. That's what I'm asking you to search for. So once you search for Google Colab, okay, the next thing is the first link that comes up. The first link that comes up. That's what you're looking for. All right. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on the first link in the chat. Yes. Okay. Am I sharing my screen just to confirm? All right. Yes. Perfect. All right. So once I click on the first link, okay, I click on the first link. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry. I'm just trying to confirm what I have. All right. So once you search for Google Colab, okay, you see the first link you have there. Click on that. Click on the first link that comes up when you search for Google Colab. Now, Google Colab is free of charge. Free of charge. You don't need to pay anything. All right. You don't need any card. You don't need any deposits. Nothing. It's free of charge. Okay. Now, the only thing you need is a Gmail account. All right. The only thing you need is a Gmail account. And we all know that Gmail is free of charge. You're not paying for Gmail. Okay. So even if you don't have a Gmail account right now, you can quickly open one. It's free of charge. It's just your name, your email address, and you've gotten your Google email straight up. So the only thing you need is a Gmail account. That's all you need. All right. So once you click on the first link, it's going to take you to this page. It's going to take you to this page. I want you to cancel, okay? I want you to cancel. Don't worry, we will come back to this. I just want you to cancel. Just press cancel, all right? And that would take it out, okay? Now, this is the Google Colab. This is Google Colab. So this is where we're going to be writing our Python code. This is where we are going to be writing our Python code, okay? So in order for us to now start coding, this coding that people are talking about, in order for us to start coding, we need to create a notebook, okay? So in order for us to create that notebook, and I'll explain everything to you, just taking it one step at a time. In order for us to create the notebook, click on File, and you'll see New Notebook. Simple. Just click on File and click on New Notebook. 2 steps. Click on File and click on New Notebook. Project, click on File and click on New Notebook. That's all you need to do. All right. Click on File and click on New Notebook. That's it. Okay. Now, let Google Colab do its stuff. Let it do its stuff. Okay. And it's going to open a new page for you. It's going to open a new page for you. Now, in this page, this is where we start to write our Python code. This is where we will start to write our Python code. Okay. This is where we start to write our Python code. So this is what we call a notebook. Okay, this is what we call a notebook, a Python, a Google Colab notebook. Okay, so we're going to start from the basics. Okay, and inside this cell, this thing that is blinking here, this is where we start. This is where we are going to be typing our code. Okay, this is where we are going to be typing our code. Now, before we start anything, we will need to name our notebook. We will need to give it a name. Okay, we'll need to give it a name so that whenever we want to come back to this in the future, we'll know that, oh, this notebook was one I created when if you meant I was teaching me Python. All right. So we'll give it a name. And the name we're going to give it, just click inside that. When you have untitled, just click inside. Just literally click inside, highlight, and now I'm going to write analytics Masterclass. Okay. I'm going to say full stack data science, FSDS, full stack data science. And this is me. Okay. So you can always remember the time you met Ifemena and Ifemena taught you Python. Okay. So it's analytics masterclass, full stack data science, and me. So that's literally what I typed in there, and I'll press enter. Okay. All right. So this is the name of my file. Okay. So I have named the file so that anytime I come back to Google Colab, I would see it that, oh, this is the file I created when I was learning Python with analytics in me. Just simple so that you can always have access to it. All right. Now let's go back inside the cell. Click inside the cell. Okay. And for me, I'll be doing what I call status check so that I know the people that are following. And if you're not following, I will also advise you on something shortly. Now, if you're currently where I am at the moment, if you're currently here at the moment, I want you to drop a yes in the chat. If you're currently where I am in the chat and you're following me in this coding process, put yes in the chat. All right, fantastic. Yes. Amazing. I love this. You guys are awesome. This is the reason why we do this session so that we can all learn together. This is fantastic. You guys are the real MVP. All right. You guys are the real MVP. All right. So let's do this together. Let's do this together. I'm going to be taking it one step at a time so that we can carry as much people along. Okay. To tell people that Python is the easiest language you can learn, even than English language. Okay. Say yes. Okay, Miss Boss Bori. You say yes. All right, yes. All right, let's go. So let's start from the beginning. So I'm going to put a hashtag, okay? And I will explain the meaning of hashtag in a second. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see my screen a lot better. I'm sure maybe 175 will be better. All right. So I'm going to start with the hashtag. You can see this hashtag here, okay? Hashtag, and I'm going to put in hashtag Google Colab. I'm going to say Google Colab. Google Colab. All right. I'm going to say hashtag Google Colab. All right. I'm going to say hashtag Google Colab. Now, all of you are asking, what is Google Colab? What is Google Colab? And I want to explain. That's why I'm typing this here. I want to explain what is Google Colab. Why? What is the essence of?
Right from Alpha Luna's S22 Ultra.
Sorry, guys. Just table that. All right. So, what is Google Colab? Google Colab basically is what I call is called an IDE. All right. Now, all of you see that all these data science people have started with all these acronyms. What is the meaning of IDE? Okay. It's very simple also. It's called Integrated Development Environment. All right. So I want you guys to also be speaking all these jargons after this masterclass. You just go outside, you just be talking to people. I just finished one masterclass with analytics. We use an IDE called Google Colab. Then they will be asking you, what's IDE? You'll not be telling the person, oh, IDE. Oh, it's very simple. IDE is Integrated Development Environment. You educate people around you. That's what we are doing here for you. All right. So integrated development environment. Now, what does it mean? What does that big English? What does it mean? All right, I will explain it. Integrated development environment, okay, means an environment. It means an application that allows you to write, like the Google Colab. It allows you to write Python codes, and Python, the application will understand the code that you're writing. Now, let me explain it better. Okay, let me break it down. All right. So if you want to create a presentation slide, okay, if you want to create a presentation slide, what would you use? You would use PowerPoint. So that whenever you finish doing your deck, you can put it in a slideshow and it will just show immediately. All right. If you want to write a journal, you want to write an article, would you write an article in PowerPoint? You won't do that. What would you do? You write it in a Word document. So you see, different environments for different tasks, essentially. All right. So if you want to do if you want to write, you want to do, Excel work, you want to do spreadsheets, you want to do spreadsheet calculation and all those things, you won't use Microsoft Word to do PowerPoint work. You won't use Excel work. You won't do Excel work in PowerPoint. If you know what I mean. So if you write a function in Excel, and you copy that function in Excel and you carry it to PowerPoint, PowerPoint does not understand equals to sum. It doesn't understand only functions in Excel. All right. So essentially, this application, okay, are built for a purpose. All these applications that you're using, PowerPoint is used to create your slides, your presentation slides, so on and so forth. Microsoft Word is built for articles, journals. You want to write, you want to document. That's what Word is built for. Excel, for you to do calculations, build models, and all those things. Also, that's what you do in Excel. So these environments are basically developed for you to perform certain operations. Now, for Google Colab is built so that whenever you write Python codes in it, it is going to understand the Python code. Now, if you take this Python code from this Google Colab, from this environment, and you put it in Microsoft Word will not understand what you're writing. Right? It's like you going to China and speaking Yoruba. They won't understand what you're writing or what you're saying. That's the environment. That's not the language they speak in the environment. That's essentially what it is. So Google Colab essentially is that environment that allows you to write Python and the application will understand what you are writing. It's as simple as that. All right. So when you're talking about integrated development environment, it means that environment allows you to write Python codes and understand and give you the result of whatever you're writing. That is what we call integrated development environment. Now, the next very popular question that people ask is hashtag. This hashtag that I put here, this hashtag, okay, what does it mean? Hashtags, okay. Hashtags basically are what we call called comments. Okay, I'll put it in capital letters so you always remember. Okay, they are called comments. Oh, Daniel Dari, fantastic. They are called comments, meaning that it's like you writing a what do you call it, an article. All right, maybe you want to put a definition of something. You use a very big word. Now. You use a very big word, okay? And you not have a footnote under your document to explain footnote. You know what a footnote is when you're doing a project in university, all right? So you see, you have that small footnote that would explain, that particular word. It's a footnote. The person reading the article, because the footnote is there just for explanation purposes. It's not a part of the article, all right? But it's just there to provide more insight about the article that you're writing. So if the person gets stuck, the person doesn't understand what Timoxin Balabutan or what it means, the person can look at the footnote and the person will be able to understand what Timoxin Balabutan is all about. Okay? So you see, that's hashtag. That's what it is. That's what you use it for in Python. Just to comment. It's just a comment. So if you write one big code, one block of code, very big, like I will teach you today, you see, comments will help the person reading your code understand your code better. That's what it means. It's just a comment. So when you write that big code that you're going to do today, all right? If any person that comes after you to review or to see the code that you're writing, right? The person will be able to understand better because of the comments that you provided, okay? Comments that you provided to in the code, basically. So hashtags are comments. They are not code. They are literally just comments. They're just text. Nothing. They're not codes. Okay. So now to the main matter of today. To the main thing today we're going to be talking about is data types. All right. So people call it data types. Some people call it data structures. So you tell me the way you prefer, data types or data structures. So which one do you prefer? Do you prefer data types or do you prefer data structures? Some people say data type. So which one would you prefer? Which one should we stick to in this class? Data type. Some people want to sound very sophisticated. So they said, oh, I know data structures in Python, data structures. Okay. So it's actually 50-50, almost 50-50. All right, that's good. No problem. Anyone that suits you, go as you like. All right. If you want to sound very sophisticated, we dealt with data structures yesterday. Do you understand? Put that a fees inside. Oh, data structures. Data types are like data types, okay? But don't get yourself confused. Some people get confused. Which one is data structures again? They are the same thing. So there are so many data types in Python. There are so many. But today, in this class today, we're going to deal with three. We're going to deal with three in this class today. All right. So the first one is integer. Okay. Integers. Okay. Which are basically numbers. Okay. I will explain to one we get there. All right. So integers. The next one we're going to be looking at is a float. The next one we're going to look at is what we call a string. Okay, so integer, I'll just put integer rather than string, integer. All right, so these are the data types we're going to look at today. Integer, float, and string. It might sound so cake to you. It might sound so over the top of your head, like, this is becoming too technical. You'll see, I'll explain it to you. You understand. It's like ABC. Don't worry, you see? So data structures, we're going to be looking at three data structures today, okay? Integer, float, and string. Integer, float, and string. Three. Now, the other ones that we're going to do today, the other things that I'm going to teach you, okay, is also called conditional formatting. Now, in Ibadan, people will say conditional formatting. Conditional statement, I mean. All right? Conditional format or conditional statements. We're going to look at conditional statements too today. All right. And if we have enough time, we would also talk about function, or maybe other people will say what? Function. All right. Don't mind me. I said it about a very, very long time. So I look at my people. Okay. So data structures. Okay. We're going to be looking at three data structures: integer, float, and strings. Three. The other thing we're going to look at also is conditional statement. And the last, if we have enough time, we'll look at what we call function. Okay. So we're going to see, don't worry, just these three data structures that you're going to learn today. All right. These three data structures you're going to learn today, you see how easy, you see the whole block of code you're going to use for these three statements, these three data structures. You see what we do today. All right. So now to run your code, this is where people say, have you run your code? Have you run your code? Let's allow you run your own codes today. All right. To run your codes, okay, to run your codes, press shift, okay, plus enter. Together, not have one after the other. See together, they go together hand in hand, 5 and 6. Press it together, shift and enter. The way you should press enter in primary school when you're doing typewriting or secondary school also, press it like that, shift, then ensure you add the sound. That's sound, yes, okay. So now I'm going to do mine, okay? I'm going to do mine. So I want to run my code. I'll press shift and enter together. So I need to put it there so because people would always forget. So press it together, press together, okay? So that you always remember, press together. So shift enter and let's do that. You see, immediately you see this is running. You can see this is pulling, okay? It's loading. You see that's the first code. That's the first block of code that we have written. It's not code, it's a comment. We're just writing. We just use that for explanation purposes, okay? All right, so let's shift enter. Fantastic, that's good, okay? So let's start with the first thing. All right, let's start with the first thing. Let's start with the first code. The first data structure. The first data structure today we're going to be looking at is called an integer. Okay, integer. Integers, basically, I'm going to make this, I'm just going to create some blank cells so I can move up easily so you can see my screen very well. Okay, so integers, okay, integers basically, they are what we call whole numbers. Whole numbers, when you say whole numbers, meaning numbers without decimal points. So it means integers mean whole numbers, numbers without decimal points. Do you understand? Can you see how simple this thing is? Okay. So if I put in the number 10, okay, if I put in the number 10, you see, I don't have an hashtag in front of this one. This is just 10. I just wrote 10. Literally 1 and 0. No hashtag, nothing. When I run it, when I say run, don't forget it is shift plus enter. Shift plus enter to run. So I'll press shift enter. And you see, I get 10 as my output. Okay, 10 is my output. Now let's check the data type. Let's check. Okay, check the data type or the data structure, whatever one that you choose. Okay, the data type or okay, the data type of the data. That's too much in there. Check the data type. That's simple and straightforward. Okay, so there is a function in Python called type. Simple. If you would just remember data type, you remember type. You understand? So once you put in type, put the number 10 inside. Put the number 10 inside the brackets. You see type? Type in, just type. Ah, interesting. Type inside the cell and put 10 inside the brackets. Okay? Now run it. When you run it, all right, you will get what we call int. You see, this is int, meaning integer. That's what it means. Integers basically, they are whole numbers. Numbers, no decimal points. No decimal points. All right. Now, these whole numbers, they can be negative or positive. You know, concern Python. No? If it is positive or negative, it doesn't concern Python. As long as there's no decimal points, nothing concern Python, it is an integer. So if I come here and I write -10, okay, and I write -10, Python will tell me, it's still an integer. Okay, it's still an integer. So positive, negative, it doesn't matter. I know they discriminate. I'm not discriminating. It's still what? Still an integer. Simple and straightforward. All right. So that's integer. That's literally what I mean. So when people are talking about data types, and people are making you feel intimidated and intimidating you with Python, this is what integer means. Whole number that is either negative or positive. Simple and straightforward. Now, let's go to the next one. Let's talk about the next one, float. Let's talk about float quickly. All right, float. Your guess is as right as mine. Float basically is, we are decimal point numbers. That's correct. The person that said it, I heard you in your room where you are. I heard you when you said it, so you're correct. Send me your account number. I got you. I heard you when you said it, so You're correct. So send me your account number if you said decimal point numbers. Okay. But your account number has to be a float. It has to be a decimal point. Okay. So please note that. All right. So we're looking at float. Float basically are, don't understand integer explanation. As okay. Okay. They are decimal point numbers. Decimal float basically are decimal point numbers. So you see, integer is a whole number. 10. 10 is a whole number. You see, float on the other hand, float is, if I now put 10.5, that's what we call a float. Because of that 0.5, that decimal point, that's what makes it a float. All right. So that's the two type of numbers we have in Python. So in Python, we have integers and we have float. We have integer and we have float. So those are the two types of numbers that we have, integers and float. Okay, so let's check the type for this one. Let's check the type for this, okay, for float. So if I put here type, okay, and I put 10.5, all right, you see this will give me a float, to give me a float because it's a decimal point number. It's a decimal point number. Contrary to integer, no decimal point. Float, decimal point. Okay. So this also negative or positive, concerning Python. Negative or positive, it's okay, it's good to go. All right. So if I come here and I put minus, 10.5, it doesn't discriminate. It will give you float. It's the same thing. Positive, negative, as long as it has a decimal point, it's a float. If it doesn't have a decimal point, it is an integer. All right. And the last but not the least, okay, the last data structure we're going to be looking at is called a string. Okay, string. Okay. So we have what we call a string. Okay, we call it a string. A string basically is a type. The code, I would say it's just text, literally. So let's say Ifemena, let me type in my name. Type in your own name, all right? You can put my name there if you forgot your name, but it doesn't matter. All right. Type in Ifemena, that's my name. Okay. And I'll run it. Ifemena run. All right. You see, I will get an error. Okay. Name Ifemena is not defined. Name Ifemena is not defined. All right. Name Ifemena is not defined. So what I'm going to do here, okay, strings, you must put it in quotation mark. All right. I'll put it here so you don't forget. It should be in quotation mark. Okay, it should be in quotation marks. Okay, all right. So that quotes, in quotes, okay, all right, they should be in that quotation mark. All right, that's essentially what makes it a string. All right, so Ifemena, for example, when I run it now, you see, I will get Ifemena. So because of that quotation mark, that's why Python now recognizes it as a string. So if you write it without a quotation mark, you will get an error. Okay, you will get an error. So you must put it in quotation marks. Now let's check it out. Let's check the type of Ifemena. So put Ifemena inside the type function. Okay. Ifemena, okay, and I will run it. Shift enter to run, and I will get str, which is string, short form for string. Okay. So now, you guys, if you understand what you've done so far and you've gotten to this level, okay, put a yes in the chat. Let me see. How many structure where did you want to type? Okay. All right. Yay. People are coding. People are coding. Let's go. That's amazing. I want more chats. Yes, put chat. If you are following, you've got to where I am at the moment. Put a yes in the chat. So let's go. All right. Can we structure where the right type since the data type was search, for example, structure? Oh no, we can't use structure, Bamidele. We can't use structure, unfortunately. All right. So yes. So I think somebody put something in the chat. I missed it quickly. Yeah, senior dev in the making. On amazing. I love that. All right, so we've done 3 data structures or data types today. Okay, all right, we've done 3 data types today. All right, so very simple: integer, float, and string. 3. That's 3. Now let's start to combine this thing together. Just these 3 that we've learned. Let's start combining them together. All right, let's start to combine them together. Now, the best way to combine these things together, to work them, do you understand? To mix them up together is what we call variable. Okay, we have what we call variable assignments. Now, all these things, they sound so technical. I remember when I started, when somebody was talking about variable, when I was learning on YouTube or something. All right. Instead of just throwing variable, you need to create a variable. You need to create just a thing. It's a variable again. You understand? But let me demystify for you. Let me break it down for you or what a variable is. A variable is, who has eaten Danish cookies here? Put your hands up, or if you've eaten Danish cookies, once you finish Danish cookies in your house, I want to see the real people that know Danish cookie. If you finish Danish cookie in your house, the Danish cookie, that metallic circular cylindrical box, okay? So once you have that Danish cookie and you finish it, okay, what do you put inside? What is left? What do you put inside? Once you finish the biscuits and everything. To pack jewelries and sewing items. I love that. That's a very perfect answer. All right. So to pack jewelries, Yinka Israel, that's absolutely good. Tailoring items, thread, needle, scissors, blade, different shapes of needles and all that. Yes, absolutely. All right. Egusi. Dry egusi. They use it to dry egusi. That's actually good also. All right. Very true. Jewelry, rishi, Ludo dice, VK, that's actually very good. Yes, so that's it. You see those that Danish cookie, you can put a goosey inside it to take it. With the Danish box, say that I am a luxurious item. You can't put a goosey inside me. It's possible. If you put a goosey inside it to take it. You put jewelries inside, it will take it. You put what? What else do you want to put inside? You put, sewing materials. You put it. First aid box. They use for first aid. That box, that Danish cookie, that box has definitely tried a lot. So you can put anything inside and it will accept it. Same thing with ice cream bowl. All right. To the extent that when my friends used to come to visit me, okay, back then as a single guy, when they come to my fridge and they see ice cream, they'll see different forms of ice cream bowl. My guys will be like, oh, this is amazing. And they'll open the first one. You will see that on the inside. They open the next ice cream bowl and what's inside again? Jollof fries. The next one, a chicken day inside. The next one, why? You don't use food, fill up all this ice cream bowl. So essentially, I never used to buy all this Tupperware. I buy ice cream, finish the ice cream, and use it as my Tupperware to store food in the house. So that's it. That's what a variable is. The variable is an empty container that you can put anything inside and keep and put it inside a refrigerator and say, Python, I want you to store this thing inside this place and keep for me. That's what a variable is all about. That's what a variable is. So let's say, for example, let me say income. I'll type in income. So income equals to, let's say 1,000. Let's say 1,000. So this income right now, that is what we call a variable. It's a variable. It's as simple as that. Income is a variable. Income is a variable. This income, I'm telling Python that, please help me keep this 1,000. Store it for me. Do you understand? Just like the Danish cookie, just like the ice cream bowl that you have in your freezer. All right. So what Python will do, Python will help you keep it. So if I run this now, let's run it. Run, shift and enter, shift plus enter. Let's run it. Okay. Nothing comes out. You don't get any output. Okay. Because you assigned 1,000 to income. Okay. So now Python has helped you store it. It's helped you store it. All right. Now, if you come to a new cell and I write income and I run it, you see income is now 1,000. Yeah. So Python has kept it for you. So anytime you call Python, to say that Python income, it will give you 1,000. So income is no longer the income that you know. Income is now like a container. It's just a container that you have stored something inside. So anytime you call Python to say Python income, it will give you that number. that you're looking for. It doesn't have to be a number, just like your ice cream bowl. It doesn't reject turkey. It doesn't reject chicken. It doesn't reject jollof rice and pussy and any food you put inside the ice cream bowl. It will accept it. The same thing with the variable. A variable, anything you give it, anything you give a variable, the variable will take it. The variable will take it. It doesn't discriminate. It will take it, it will swallow it inside and keep it for you. You understand? So now, this variable, you can use it to do calculation. So I can say income multiplied by 2. So income is actually not income. Income is 1,000. Do you understand? Because Python is keeping it for you. Python has said that inside that container, there's 1,000 inside that container. So when I say 1,000 income multiplied by 2, it is basically income multiplied by 2. All right? And you get 2,000. Okay? You get 2,000. Simple and straightforward. All right? So income multiplied by 2, you get 2,000. You can say income multiplied by income self. Okay? Because that will be 1,000 multiplied by 1,000. 1,000 multiplied by 1,000. That will give you 1 million. You understand? So a variable is basically that empty container that allows you to store content. Okay, that gives you the permission to tell Python, store this thing for me, store it for me. All right, I'll come back and collect it. Okay, just keep it just like your bank. Okay, so things you should know about variable, very important things you should know, or things you should remember. Okay, remember about variables. Okay, things you should remember about variables. Now, please, if you don't understand something, please just put it in the chat exactly what you don't understand, and I'll try. If I have enough time, I'll be able to go through it. Okay. All right. So things you should remember about variables. Okay. Number one. Okay. Number one. Right. It is case sensitive. Variables are case sensitive. Let me just put it that way. Variables are case sensitive. All right. So they are case sensitive. So income, small letter I. Okay. Small letter I. Okay. It runs perfectly. But the moment I change it from small letter, I change it to capital letter, or more, Python will vex. Python will vex and say that, what's the meaning of this? You give me small letter, you're calling capital letter. You don't respect me, you don't value me. Python will vex and it will give you an error. So that this thing is not defined, it doesn't exist. Okay? But you'll not be wondering, how many income I column before? You have to now go back and check. And you see that income is a small letter. It's a small letter. Okay. So instead of that, if you change it back to small letter, okay, and you run it, you see, it works perfectly. So variables are case sensitive. All right. So please, that's the first thing you need to know. All right. Another key thing I should know is variables cannot start with a number or a special character. So, all right. So, take for example, Tenalytics. I can't use Tenalytics as a variable name. All right. I can't use Tenalytics as a variable name. All right. So, if I put in Tenalytics, because Tenalytics starts with a number, I can't use Tenalytics as a variable. That's one thing you should always remember. All right. You can't use a number to create a variable. You can't. So the word analytics, I can't use it to create a variable because it starts with a number. All right. So even though I say analytics equals to 1,000, okay, it's not going to work because I'm starting with a number. Python does not allow you to create a variable and start it with a number or a special character. Okay, I can't say at analytics. All right, it's also not going to work because that's a special character. I can't say underscore analytics. All right, okay, that should work. Other special characters like apostrophe and all these things, it's not going to work. All right, so that's one thing you should know. Okay, you can't start with a number or special characters. Okay, So the last but not the least thing, the last but not the least. Okay, so somebody's asking a very good question. Yinka says, so variables are start with text. They're all text. You can start with text. Yes, start with text, then continue all the way. You can add numbers after. So if I say 10 analytics 10, okay, okay. If I say 10 analytics 10, okay, analytics 10, it will work because the number comes after the text. It will work. Okay. So you really do you understand what I mean? Okay. So the number can come after, but it cannot start. Do you understand? That's the key thing you need to know. So the third one, third but not the least, okay, is no spaces allowed. No spaces allowed. No spaces are allowed. No spaces are allowed. No spaces are allowed. So three things you should always remember. Variables are case sensitive. Variables are case sensitive. Variables cannot start with a number or special character. Last but not the least is no spaces are allowed. No spaces are allowed. All right, so let's do this together. No spaces are allowed. You'll not be wondering if I want to write if I want to write my name, Ifemena Ipro, okay? If I want to write Ifemena Ipro, what would I write? How would I write it? So there are two ways you can do this. It's what we call the underscore. I'll type it here for you. Two ways you can use underscore. Okay. 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 And what we call a camel case. And I'll explain the two of them for you. All right. I'll explain the two of them. So I could say the first one is underscore. Okay. So I could say Ifemena underscore Epro. So rather than using a space, I use underscore. Rather than using a space, rather than Ifemena space Epro, I would use Ifemena underscore Epro because there is no space allowed. No space allowed. All right. So Ifemena equals to 10, because that's what we call this is the underscore. This is what we use for this is underscore. Okay, now let's use the camel case. Let's look at the camel case. I want to use Ifemena April in camel case this time around. No space. So Ifemena, EFE, okay, the I will be in capital letter, okay, equals to 10. So this is the camel, okay, camel case. Okay, so with the camel case, you see when the camel, the arms on the camel, okay, you see what will go up, what will become the go up, arms basically. I don't know if that what they refer to them as, but basically, you see, it starts with the capital letter, small letter, then the next line, the next thing you want to add to it will start with the capital letter. So looking at what you have here, if you MENA, okay, small letter, then the EPRO starts with the capital letter. So this is what we call a camel case. So which of these two would you prefer? Underscore or camel case? Which of them? Let me see the people that I prefer. Which one would you prefer? A camel case or an underscore? Which underscore? Fantastic. I can see my people. I can see the people that, oh, quite a number of you. Okay, just one person camel case. Interesting. All right, so I prefer underscore also. So I usually use camel case. So Chazamani and other people that like camel case. So Dick also, if that's how you pronounce it, yeah, that's basically you can use any one of them. All right. So any one of them is absolutely fantastic. You can use any one of them. Okay. So now let's continue. Now let's start to combine these things together. Let's start to combine these things together. All right. So what we're going to do, okay, let's build an age calculator. Let's build an age calculator. Okay. So you see how responsive our code will be now. Very beautiful. I love I like it when we get to this level. When we get to it, you see, this is this mini projects we're going to do together. Very small project. All right. But essentially it's something that would skyrocket your interest in programming. All right. So let's build an age calculator. Okay. So how do you calculate? How do you define how do you know your age? Let me ask people, how would you know your age? Everybody, give me to me in the chat. How do you know your age? Show my age me. Do you know my age? Okay. How do you know how old you are? Okay. How did you know how old you are? How do you calculate your years? From the years? Fantastic. Well, yes, how do you not calculate it from the okay, present year minus date of birth? Easy. I want you to easy. I love the answer. You answered it first, so that's good. Thank you. I'll take a note of your name. Okay. All right. So yes, easy amen. Okay. Present year minus date of birth. Present year minus date of birth. So let's say present year. Present year. So let's create a variable for present year. So present year, and that's called year. Okay. Present year. What's the present year? 2023. Correct? 2023. That's the present year. All right. Present year equals to 2023. That is the current year. Now, present year is 2023. All right. Now we have date of birth, BOB. Okay. So let's just call it YOB, year of birth. YOB. I'll call it year of birth. Year of birth. YOB. Year of birth. YOB. Okay. Year of birth. Let's just give it a random year of birth. Okay. A random year of birth. Let's say 2000. 2000. 2000. Okay. So present year is 2023. Year of birth, your own year of birth is 2000. Okay. Now, age equals to, easy has provided the answer for us. In order for me to know my age, it is basically the present year minus my year of birth. That's simple mathematics. Is that not correct? Simple mathematics. Present year minus year of birth. So let's type it in. Age, okay, equals to present year, okay, minus YOB. Simple. And I'll press enter and put A at the bottom to display it, okay, to tell Python display. All right. So let's see this. Present year is 2023. YOB is 2000. So they gave zero to you in 2000. Present year, this year is 2023. So in order for me to calculate your age, okay, present year minus YOB. Simple and short. So how old would the person be? 23 years old. Simple and short. All right. All right. The present age would be 23 years old. And that's what you have here, 23. So the person is 23 years old. All right. So let's do another person's age. Somebody like they gave birth to in 1996, 1996. Okay. Let's change it to 1996 and I'll run it. And see, now the age is 27 years old. Simple and short, isn't it? All right. So you can see we've created a calculator. Run, shift, enter to run. Ensure you're typing in the right thing. Ensure that you're typing the right thing. Right? So it is present here. Ensure you're typing the correct thing. Because if you change from present year to present year, it's going to give you an error because there is nothing like present year. You understand? So you need to ensure that you're typing the correct thing in there. Okay? So this is what we have, age calculator. We have the present year, the year of birth, and we have the age calculator. Then you get your age. Okay? For now, this is very, don't tell anybody, but this is what we call hard coding. This is hard work. Hard work. You know why it is hard work? Anytime somebody else comes in and wants to calculate their age, you will need to go back inside your code to do what? To change the year of birth. Every time. Okay, every time you need to calculate this, you need to do what? You will need to change the year of birth. So don't tell anybody. Let them continue to do this in their own piece of work. I'll show you something now that will make it more, something more interesting to work with, something more smart work. That's what we do here at analytics. Smart work. You understand? So let's do smart work. Let's automate this. Let's make it more responsive. Let's make it more responsive. Okay. So this 2023, I will delete it. Delete this YOB, this year, 1996, delete it. All right. So now you see present year equals to blank. There is nothing there. So what I'll do is I'll call something, I'll bring in a function a function called input. All right, I'll call it input, the input function. All right, the input function. So now this input function, okay, this input function gives Python the privilege, gives Python the privilege to ask questions. All right, so now you are leveraging Python to ask questions. Like you go online on an application, maybe you log into the application is already asking you a question. What is your name? How old are you? What's your date of birth? Are you male or female? You know, this application is more responsive. It's discussing, which it's not like it's discussing, but it's prompting you to give answers. All right. That's what we want to do. Okay. So we want to make this code more responsive so that when you run the code, when a user comes in to run the code, it's already asking the person, what is the present year? What year is your date of birth? They calculate your age for you. Okay, so let's do it. It's called the input function. So just type in input, open and close the bracket. Okay, input, open and then close the bracket. See, there's no year. I don't have 2023 there anymore. I have deleted it. All right. So it's present year. Okay, present year equals to input. That's what I have. Now inside this input, inside the input function, I will type in quotation mark, I'll type in what is the current year, comma, okay? What is the current year? Okay, what is the current year? All right, okay. So that's the question I want Python to ask. What is the current year? Now, year, when you put in a year, okay, 2004, 2023, 2027, is the year, is it an integer or a float? Let me see the person that will answer me first. I know easy now. Easy, I promise you guys something, but I'll answer questions sharply. All right. So your year, is it an integer or a float? Int, Rita. Amazing. All right. Rita is correct. Your year of birth is an integer. It's not a float because you cannot have decimal point in your year. You can't. It's impossible. Possible. It's not advice. It doesn't add up. You can't say that, oh, what year were you born? Or what's the current year? 2023.572. You can have decimal point in year. Do you understand? So this input function that we have created, we are going to wrap it. If you know what a shawarma is, you know what a shawarma is, all right? I'm hungry. That's why I'm using food to explain this. So pardon me. I'll be using food to explain right now. So your shawarma, you know, you put your chicken, you put your goat meat, you know, the cabbage, the mayonnaise and all that. Then you wrap it inside that mayonnaise, you know, inside that shawarma bread. Do you understand? To make it look juicy and nice. All right. So this particular code, we are going to wrap it inside an integer so that when Python collects the code, that number from you, it will collect only integers. Okay, so if you make a mistake to put in a float, you know, 23.5, you know, it's just going to ignore you. Do you understand? So we're going to put it integer. So in front of input, type in int, open the bracket and close the bracket at the end. So this is all right. So this is what we call wrapping shawarma. We're wrapping shawarma in code. Hey, Jesus. People we just start coding. You guys just started coding. You're already wrapping codes. Can you imagine? Just a few hours of you coding. More analytics to the world, guys. All right. So you see this. What you did was put the int function. Int. You know when we run our code in the beginning, type of -10, you see gives you an int. All right. And now that int that you got there, you're using it now. Int input. So that Python, whatever the user types inside, I only want integer. I don't want fight. So if the person writes 23.5, 2023.727, it's going to reject it straight. Okay? All right? So I'm going to copy this code because I'm going to use it also for your year of birth. I'll use it again. So there's no need for me to be typing up and down. Smart work. Do you understand? You get me? All right. So let's put it here. Okay. Let's put it inside. So year of birth is int. We're using int. Your year of birth should be int. It shouldn't be float. Okay. It shouldn't be float. All right. So I would ask the question, okay, what year were you born? Simple and short. What year were you born? Simple and short. Simple and short. So only people that wait to the end of the session will get the recording. Okay. So don't assume that you just join 2 seconds, you're going to get a recording. Only people that wait to the end of the session, those are the people that we're going to be giving the recording to. So you the recording on, girls, remote jobs, international tech talents, and all those things, how you can apply, how you can get these things. We're going to be discussing it after this. We're almost done with this. Okay. So now this is our code. So we have built a more responsive code. We have built a more responsive code. Present year equals to what is your current year? What is the current year? It's going to ask you that question. The next one is what year were you born? Simple. Okay. Now let's run this. Run. Shift enter to run. And you see now, Python is the one asking the questions. Okay. Python is the one asking us questions. All right. Python is asking us questions. And now we can write in any year of our choice, so we can calculate our age. So in 3000, if the current year is year 3000, if the current year is year 3000, and I was given birth to in 1990, how old would I be? Okay. I'll be 1010 years old. It's calculating for me. Easy cheesy. You understand? Easy cheesy. Calculating it for me. All right. Let me run it again. Let's use more realistic years. Let's say 2025. Okay. When I run it, press enter again. Press enter. What year were you born? You're going to put, let's say, 1997. Okay. Press enter. And you see, 28. Now we made it. Yeah, we made it responsive. Don't tell anybody this. So this is only because you're attending this program. Okay. Your code is not running. If your code is not running, I need you to get a Nike shoes. Okay. Either Nike, Adidas, sit on your laptop. You see your laptop will start running by itself. Okay. Damn, Larry, try to do that. You see, your code will run. All you need is Nike or Adidas and you're good to go. Okay. So if your code is not running, just relax, sit back and look at your code. Look at what I have on the screen. Compare it. I'm not moving my screen. Just look at what I have and look at what you have and try to compare. I'm not moving my screen. I'm not really try to do that and let me know if that works for you. If it doesn't work, I'll Puma. Okay. I hope it's easy like this all true. Don't worry, we day here for you. Do you understand? Michael, we day here for you, don't worry. Okay? You see, this is it. What is all the things that people are talking about? And all this is like the basic things that you do. This is foundation. Once your foundation is solid, you are going to be great. Okay? So now, let's do something let's do something, let's make it more. Let's add another Jara. You see how I've been adding Jara. So let's add another Jara. And the Jara we're going to add is we want to know people that will vote and the people that will not vote. What's the condition? It's a condition. For you to vote, you need to be 18 years and above. Isn't that correct? So if I know the current year and I know your year of birth, I can calculate your age. From that your age, I can know if you are going to vote or you are not going to vote. Do you understand? So let's do it. Let's use what we call conditional statement. We talked about conditional statement. So let's use conditional statement. Let's quickly do this quickly. You don't have too much time. So let's do conditional statement. So I know your age. Once you put your current year, you put your year of birth, I can calculate your age. Okay? So now we need to if function. We need the if function. Okay, we need an if statement. All right. So if your age is less than 18, no vote. Else, vote. Simple and short. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so let's do that. So I'll say if I tell you, say I love you, I remember that year I used to sing. So if I start to sing in class, pardon me, it's just the way, it's just my way of life. Okay. Damn Larry, still not working. Okay. Damn Larry, copy your code, drop it in the chat, and one of my guys one of the our data associates, and they're going to attend it. Copy your code, put it in the chat, and we'll address it quickly. All right. So now we're going to use an if statement. If statement is basically going to be looking at your age and assessing if you're more than 18 or less than 18. So if you can only vote if you are greater than or equals to 18. So 18 and above. So you can vote when you're 18 and above. Okay. So let's do this quickly. So admin has dropped his code. Briber, Edidium, please quickly look at that and help him out with it. Thanks. All right. So age this age is 28 currently. You see this age is 28. So I've said that if age, when I calculate your age, if your age is greater than or equals to, is greater than or equals to, is greater than or equals to, Zanku, okay? All right, is greater than or equals to 18. Is greater than or equals to 18. What would happen to this kind of person? It means the person can vote 18 and above. So if you are above, if you are 18 and above, you can vote. Okay? All right, you can vote. So I'll put a column, very important. This column here, if you don't put down, it no go work. Do you understand? It's not going to work. It's never going to work. So please don't forget to put this column, this small thing here, that small thing, that's two footstop that you see there. Very important. So put that column, press enter, it will move to a new line. So now you see this thing, it's indented. Okay, so leave it, it's correct. So what you finish writing, if age is greater than or equals to 18, semicolon, okay, and you press enter, okay, it takes you to a new line, indented, leave it the way it is. And I would say print what? I would say print, you are eligible to vote. Hooray. Hooray. Okay. Right? So if the age is greater than or equals to 18, I'll tell Python to print, you are eligible to vote. Hooray. Okay. Then I'll move to a new line. I'll move to press enter again to move downwards. Press enter, move down. And I'll go back. You know, it is indented. It is space. You can see the space that is inside. This space. I will delete it for this one. I'll delete it. I'll go back to the beginning. Right? I'll write else, semicolon again, press enter, then print, comma body job, comot body job. Or what's the other one? Oh, yes, comma body job. You can write anything you want, okay? So essentially, if is greater than or equals to 18, semicolon, print, okay, you are eligible to vote. Hooray. Okay? Else, semicolon, print common body job, meaning that you're not up to 18. Okay? All right, let me put it there so that people will always remember. You are not, you're not up to 18. Okay, you're not up to 18. Common body job. Common body job. Common body job. If you don't get body job, you get the gist. You understand? Tell them to get away. You're not up to 18. You know if you vote. Simple. So let's run this thing together. Let's run it together now and see what we get. Okay, let's run this and see what we get. All right, shift enter, run. What's the current year? Let's say current year is 2023. Okay, first enter. What year were you born? Okay, I will put in 2009. Okay, and run it. You see, you are not up to 18 on what auditor. Do you understand? Simple and straightforward. You see, just a few lines of code that we've written, and you can see how responsive Joe it is. Okay. So who is getting this? Who is getting this? Put a yes in the chat if you got exactly what we are getting at the moment. Yes, yes. I want yes, all the yeses in the house. Let's go. Somehow post your code. We have people on the call. I'll help you with your code. Okay, I've made the same thing. All right. Yes, I love this. I love that. Okay. So that's it. So you can see how we started. We started with the data types. Okay, we started with the data type, and you see how we've been working downwards, working downward. Now we're combining everything you can see this is a string. You can see this is a string. It's collecting an integer. It's using a variable. You see how we're using these things together, like bread and beans. Do you understand? Sweet, like, as easy as and as simple as possible. Don't worry, you'll get the recording. You can practice on your own in your bedroom, in your house, anywhere you want, on the train, on wherever you are. All right, you can actually get the recording and still practice. You understand? All right. So essentially, that's it. Okay. So you can see we've done something interesting. We've done something absolutely interesting. Okay. So this is, let me see if we have enough time. This is 9:37. Okay, we don't have too much time, to be honest. It's already getting late. Today's a Friday. We don't want to keep you guys too long on the call. All right. So this is we combining things together. We're combining things together to use, and most people think this thing is so difficult to learn. A lot of people are they feel, oh, I want to transition, I want to get a job, I want to work remotely, I want to code. But I feel like it is so difficult to learn. And that is why we started analytics. Actually, that's why we started analytics, to bridge the capacity, tell people that these things are not hard to learn. All right. As long as you have a mentor, somebody that will hold your hands and guide you. Okay, that's why we are here, to guide you through your journey into the full stack data science career path. All right. So this is just a tip of the iceberg. Tip. I'll show you some of the things our participants have worked on, and what they have used. Okay, projects they've worked on, jobs they have gotten. And I'm going to show you this just to motivate you and tell you that you can also start your career in full stack data science. So let's do this together. Let me bring it to you. Now we've done coding. You've seen that coding is easy for you to learn as long as you have somebody that is good enough to guide you through. I spent a year plus learning Python. All right. So this 1 year of learning Python, of me researching, watching different videos without any mentor, that is that experience I'm coming to use to help people to start their careers in tech. All right, especially in the data science space. Now I'll also tell you the advantages of our program, full stack data science program. I'll tell you the advantage of you joining the program. Let's go straight let me go straight into what we are doing today. So we have done the practical masterclass, okay? We've done the practical masterclass, and you can see you can actually learn this thing yourself at the comfort of your house. You're not in a physical location. You're not locked up in a class. Okay, you're in the comfort of your house, and you're able to do all these things. That's the beauty. Can this be saved? It doesn't have to. It is automatic. Okay, all right. So it's saved already. Okay, so you don't need to save us and all those things. Okay, it's saved. Okay, all right. So you can also, for people that are extra careful, you can click on save. Okay, all right. But that's literally, it's not necessary, to be honest. Okay. So anyways, that's what we have in there. Okay, you can save, it's saved already on your drive. Okay, so we've done the practical masterclass. We've done the practical masterclass, and you got to see that you can actually learn this thing. It's the beauty of tech. All right, now let's talk about full stack data science. Let's talk about full stack data science, and there's a reason why we called it the full stack data science program. Okay, you are going to learn statistics. Okay, you're going to learn statistics. You're going to learn Excel. Okay, you're going to learn Excel. You're going to learn Tableau. You're going to learn SQL. You're going to learn how to leverage Anaconda. You're going to leverage how to use Python. You're going to leverage how to use GitHub. All right, so that's okay. So that's why we call it full stack. So see, guys, anywhere you find yourself, any organization, small, medium, large, micro, extra large, you will be able to do absolutely well. Why? Some organizations are not up to using Python just yet. Some organizations are not deploying Python, but they need a data scientist that will be able to use Excel, Tableau, okay, to do predictive analytics, analysis, so on and so forth. So that's why we called us the full stack data science program. Regardless of anywhere you find yourself in the world, you can work as a data science. So work as a data scientist. Somebody's asking, no Power BI. Okay. The reason why there's no Power BI is more of a reporting tool than a predictive, rather than for statistical analysis, statistical modeling. You can't do all that with Power BI, right? That's the reason why we're not covering Power BI. So you're going to be focused more on statistics, Excel, okay, Tableau, SQL, Python, GitHub, and so much more. So you're going to learn machine learning, computer vision, and so I will break it down for you. You get to see exactly what you'll be learning in the program. All right. So it's a full stack data science program, okay? And it's 100% online. 100% online. You get people saying that, oh, they want a physical location. And I laugh at these people because they are looking for a remote job. They're looking for a $2K. They're looking for a $2,000 job in the US, in the UK, so on and so forth. And they want to work remotely, but they don't want to learn remotely. I've never seen that kind of thing before. All right, but I've seen it, okay? But it's just the way. But this training program is 100% online. All right. So regardless of wherever you are, you're in Japan, you're in China, we have different people on the call currently at the start of the session. We have people from Kenya, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, the UK, the US, Canada, they're all on this call. So you can see everybody's learning together. That's the beauty of what we are driving. Okay. Hands-on practical session. So no joke. We do theory, okay, and little, but we use practical to explain the theory. You see how I explained the integer, the float, the variables, everything together. We are doing practical, but we're using it to learn theory. Do you understand that? Because that's the best way you can learn. We actually devised it ourselves. It's called the experiential approach to learning. Okay, so it's something that we do very well. So you use projects to learn. And I'll show you some of the projects you're going to work on in the session, in the class. So another very good thing is you have lifetime access to the material, lifetime access. So when you even finish, you get a job and you've forgotten something you did in Excel, a data model you did in Excel, or a statistical model you did in Excel, you can always go back to that material and view it. Now, the good thing is not just the material you have access to, you still have access to the experts, myself, Brahima, and all the data scientists that are on the call that would be working with you. These are the people that you'll be leveraging, okay, for a lifetime. You have quite a number of mentors that you're going to be working with. And I'm going to share some of these mentors with you, okay, just for you to see exactly who you're going to be working with, okay? So the classes, you have 20 plus classes, okay, with 50 plus topics. So we only handled 3 data structures today, 3, integer, float, and string, but there are actually 8 of them. Now imagine you're a master of all those 8, the statement, the conditional statement, function, so on and so forth. You would actually, and those are the things that you're going to be working on, okay? All right. So the average salary of a data scientist in the UK is £60,000. The average salary of a data scientist in the UK is £60,000. That's just in the UK. The US is always in 6 figures. Canada is in 6 figures. So these are places that you can actually, this is a career path you can earn considerably more. That's why I joined. That's why I transitioned to earn more money. I've not been in the office in the last almost 3 years, okay, of my career. I've not been to it, and I've changed my job more than 6 times in that 3 years. All right. And I have not been to any office. So those flexibility, the increase in salaries, the flexibility of working 2 jobs, so many opportunities, and I'm going to share my own experience as we go on. All right. So you're going to be working on projects, okay? Projects that you add to your portfolio, because potential employers, potential recruiters are looking for projects. Nothing more than that. They're looking for projects. And I'll show you some of the projects that you will get to work on when you get into the program, okay? So 100% job visibility, that's what we do. That's one thing we do very well. 100% job visibility. We show you and I'm going to show you today also when you can get remote jobs working as a data scientist remotely. You don't need to even go to the US. All right. If you're looking for sponsored job to the US, to the UK, to Canada, I would also share some of those things to you today. All right. So industry relevant certification at the end of the training program, you get a certificate. All right, you get a certificate that tells you you have been certified. You become a professional, you can become a certified data scientist. Okay, so the training program is for 3 months. Okay, the training program is for 3 months, and you also get 1 month free virtual internship, free of charge. You're not paying for this. All right, it's free of charge. The internship is absolutely free of charge. All right, so you get 3 months of training plus 1 month of free virtual internship. Now, a lot of people will still be asking me a question. I can see some people asking in the chat, how do I get started? How do I start? What's the next step for me? All right, so that's exactly what people are saying. how do I become a full stack data scientist? What do I need to learn? How do I need to start? So on and so forth. So I'm going to be walking you through what you need to start. You need to learn statistics. Statistics is the fundamental. Don't let anybody deceive you. Statistics is very important, but you can learn it. The statistics that you need is learnable. The statistics that you need to start your career as a data scientist is absolutely easy to learn. It's like the way we did Python in class today. All right. Statistics is also mean, median, mode. All right. And you guys are familiar with these already. All right. Standard deviation, variance, and all these things. Very easy. But the beauty of what we're going to do here is we are going to tell you the essence of you learning these things. Not like in secondary school. They did mean, median, and mode in secondary school. And I'll tell you, it was when I started data science, I knew the essence of recalculating mean, median, and mode. Do you understand? So there are so many things that I never knew before, okay? But, learning these things are what have opened my eyes to it, all right? So the next thing that I'm going to tell you is learn Excel and Tableau for predictive analytics. So you job as a data scientist, and the beauty of this is, when we get there, I'll explain it. So you can learn Excel and Tableau for predictive analytics. So you're making forecasts, you're doing forecasts, you're predicting what's going to likely happen in the future, but you're using what? Excel and Tableau. Like I said, not every organization is using Python. All right. Some organizations are still very minimal, and that's entry-level stage of leveraging data. So you can't just go to that kind of environment and start to use Python. You will start with what? Excel and Tableau for analysis, visualization, and also deployment. Okay. So after learning Excel and Tableau for predictive analytics, you learn SQL. SQL is absolutely fundamental, okay, for you getting started as a data scientist, you will learn SQL. So your data is not going to be in Excel file, okay? Your data is going to be in what you call databases, okay? It's going to be in a database. So you need to be able to write SQL to be able to extract data from this database so that you can start to use Excel for analysis, Tableau for analysis, Python for machine learning analysis, so on and so forth. So this data is stored in a database and you need to write SQL to extract data from this database. Do you understand what I mean? That's essentially what we are talking about. So you learn SQL, so you learn statistics, okay? You'll be using Excel also to do statistical analysis. You're using Tableau also to do statistical analysis. Then we move to SQL. After SQL, you learn Python. Okay, so these are the progression that we're going. All right, you learn Python. All right, Python programming. Now, this is just you learning Python. And after learning Python, you start to use it to do what we call machine learning and computer vision. Okay, so you learn exploratory data analysis, you learn univariate analysis, bivariate analysis, multivariate analysis. You learn how to do data visualization, advanced visualization. You do so much, all right, with Python, in the training program, because essentially that's what you need to, predict what's likely going to happen in the future. At the end of everything, you become a master data scientist and you'll be jumping, people will be rushing you. Hot. Do you understand? That's exactly what we're going through. So you can see how we are going. Started from statistics, Excel, Tableau for predictive analytics, you learn SQL, you learn Python, you learn, machine learning, computer vision, and so on and so forth. So this is a progression you're going to go, okay? This is a progression you're going to go. Statistics, Excel, Tableau, SQL, Python, data visualization and analysis, machine learning, then you end with computer vision. All right, so it's an absolutely fantastic training program. Beginners and experienced professional. If as long as you're willing to start learning you want to become a data scientist, you want to earn a foreign currency, and I'm going to show you some of those things right away. All right, so the training program is for beginners. You see how we started Python today? It's absolutely for beginners. So even if you've not coded before in your life, we're going to teach you. You've never done Excel before in your life, we're going to start from the basics. You've never done Tableau before in your life. It's literally everything is beginner friendly. So that's what we have designed in order for you to transition into tech. Okay. So absolutely, the key thing that you should know that for the entire training program, this is just 50% of the training program. This is just 50%. This is the technical side of things, and we regard it as 50%. All right, this is just 50% of the training program. Now, I'm very sure you guys will be asking yourself, what is the remaining 50%? If I've learned all these technical skills, I am an expert using, Excel, Tableau, and Python for analysis and all this. What is the remaining 50%? What is the remaining 50%? And I'll explain to you. All right. The remaining 50% is, first of all, CV review. Okay. CV review. This is also additional benefit from you coming to the training program. Aside you learning the technical skills, we're also going to teach you this particular aspect, which is CV review. So we'll do a one-on-one CV review whereby we help you revamp your CV. Majority of the people that are transitioning, you see a lot of people learning online, okay? But there's nobody holding their hands to tell them what they are doing wrong. All right. So we do your CV for you. All right. And what we do here is to revamp your CV. Okay. To revamp your CV. You've been a cleaner all your life. You've been a farmer all your life. You've been you've been in an entirely different career path. How do you tailor your CV to become that of a data scientist? That's what we do for you. So we revamp and we review your CV as part of the program. Okay. So even if you have experience, but it's not tailoring to data science, and you're wondering, is it worth starting? Yes, it is worth starting, because we're going to help you revamp your CV, revamp your previous experience to get you that role as a data scientist. And I'll share some testimonial with you. All right. We also did LinkedIn optimization. LinkedIn optimization, definitely any recruiter that wants to recruit, we take you on LinkedIn. Now, majority of these recruiters use premium accounts, so that when they look at they go to your profile, you don't get to see it that they came to your profile, right? But majority of the recruiters in the world use LinkedIn as the first contact to look for you, to see what kind of person that you are. All right. So we'll do LinkedIn optimization. So if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you'll see how standardized it is. Anywhere that comes in, you see the projects I've worked on. So those are the things that we teach you how to do, especially when you're trying to transition or start your career in data science. So CV review, LinkedIn optimization, those are the first two things that we'll work on. The next thing is Upwork optimization. Now, Upwork is a freelance site whereby you can work freelancing. You can work on 3 projects at the same time and earn in dollars. And I will show you the site today, and you get to see exactly what we're talking about. All right. So Upwork optimization. So your profile has to optimize. If not, you won't get a project. So you see people that have been on Upwork applying for jobs, applying for proposals and all the submitting proposals, but they don't get proposals. So what the main problem is Upwork optimization. They don't have Upwork. They don't have their Upwork profile optimized. So we're going to do that for you also. We're going to optimize your profile because essentially you must get a job. That's the essence of all these things that we're doing. You must get a job. Either a freelance or remote, you must get something. That's the whole essence of this training program. We want to get more Africans into the tech space. So either you're doing freelance, either you're doing remote, either you're relocating, you must get a tech job. That's the whole essence of we doing all this. 50% technical, 50%, soft skill. Okay. So Upwork optimization. The next thing is navigating the job market. Majority of the people that want to transition don't know what roles they can apply for. You don't even know where to apply for jobs. When do you apply for remote jobs? You don't know. You don't know what kind of jobs you can apply for. You don't know where you can apply for this job. Everybody just goes to, if you're in Nigeria, they go to all Nigerian job and they think that's the start and that's the end. They go to CV Library in the UK, Total Jobs, all this Indeed, and those are not the only places you can get jobs. There are quite a number of other places you can actually explore to get jobs, remote jobs. You're in Nigeria, and I will share you some of our participants that are currently working remotely, working in Nigeria, Kwara, Kogi, Lagos, Abuja, working remotely for companies in the UK, in the US, fully remotely. All right. So we're going to explain to you the opportunities that there are that exist within the tech space. Now, the next thing is recommendation and reference letter. This is something that is absolutely paramount for most tech recruiters. So most tech recruiters are looking for people that have experience, that have, that have experience, that have worked on projects. And that's why we are very keen on you working on multiple projects. So you're going to do more than 6 projects in this training program. You will do a lot of projects because that's what recruiters are looking for. So now, when you eventually get the recruiter, you do the interview and everything. Next thing is they need something to back up your skill, a recommendation or a reference letter. Now, if you've never worked as a data scientist in your previous role, would they tell them, would they tell a recruiter that you have worked as a data scientist? That's fraudulent. So what we do is we offer you reference letter backing up your skills. So if you're going for a master's program, and most master's program are looking for people that have, even though it's a few years of experience, we give you that letter of recommendation to tell them that, yes, you have worked and you have learned and you have deployed these particular tools, in solving problems, business problems, and so on and so forth. So we provide this recommendation letter, to support your application process, either for masters, relocation purposes, or even to a job. So for job, most especially also, that happens majority of the time, especially for tech recruitment, like I said. Now, the last but not the least is job and interview preparation. Job and interview preparation, very important. Now, you've never applied for a job as a data scientist. Trust me, the first time you go for those kind of interview, you will be short of words. So one thing I need to tell you that you will need an expert coaching. You need someone to coach you, to hold your hands and guide you through how to answer jobs during interviews. All right. So we teach you how you can answer questions during the interview. Tell me about yourself. Okay. Oh, my name is Ifemena. I was giving birth to in 1977. My favorite food is amala and begiri. That person has already lost it. Do you understand? All right. So there are certain ways you answer those kind of questions. Tell me about yourself. We call it a seat approach. Okay. Situational based question about tell me about a time you used Python to solve a problem. Is the way you answer that kind of question called the STAR approach. So all this approach, all these techniques of you using to answer this question, we teach you. Like I said, the whole essence of we designing this program, the whole essence of we starting to analytics is to get more Africans into tech. All right. So we are combining these things together to ensure that you have enough skill, you have enough preparation for you to get and land a job. All right. So quickly, the kind of roles that you can do after the training program, you can work as a data scientist, you can work as a data analyst, you can work as a data engineer, data architect, machine learning engineer, AI engineer, business intelligence developer, data analytics manager, so on and so forth. There are so many of them that you can actually do. All right. So we're going to explore this when we continue, okay? So, for the training program, you're going to learn Python, you're going to learn how to use GitHub, you're going to learn Google Colab, you would leverage Slack, you would use Kaggle, you would use Tableau, you would use Excel, you would use Medium, you would use LinkedIn, all right? For so many applications you're going to leverage in order for you to transition into your data science role. Okay. So ensure that this is an end-to-end solution to helping you transition, get a job as a data scientist. So you get 1 month free intensive internship. So you are working on more projects. So a lot of people are out there. I just want more projects to work on. I just want to, harness my skill. I just want to own my skill and so on and so forth. So you're getting this for free if once you go through the training program. All right. You build a portfolio with over 6 high-end projects. And you see, I'm going to show you the classroom to show you what people are doing at the moment, what they've built, and how they are harnessing themselves, currently in data science. Gain online presence for job prospect visibility. For job prospect, we'll do all that for you. Like I said, CV review, links optimization, navigating the job market, mentorship sessions. We're going to do all those things to get you into the data science space. Okay. All right. So one key thing is coaching and mentoring. A lot of people don't have coaches and people that are mentoring them. So that's why they find it very difficult to transition, to get a job. All right. They keep applying, but they're doing they're doing the wrong thing every single time. So that's why we're here to guide you, to open you, to get you into the tech industry. So this is what we call the growth internship program. Okay, it's called the growth internship program. So you get to work on more projects. You can add the internship on your CV. You can put it on your CV to tell people that you work with analytics. Even at the start of once you get into the training program, you can start working as a data scientist with analytics. So you start to count your number of experience, you developing and building your experience in data science. So add, the internship to your CV. You can add that to your CV. Okay. You have 1 month to own your skills. So you are going to be given relevant you're going to be given relevant, skills, okay? So relevant projects to own your skills, essentially. All right. Project review with an expert. So you have somebody that would hold your hands and also tell you the things you did right and the things you did wrong way. And like I said, you'll get to work on an additional 6 projects, okay? 4 to 6 projects you'll get to work on during the internship program. So this is absolutely end to end to get more people into the tech space, all right, by working on projects. Okay, so now this is for global talent, for global, the tech space is now, it's absolutely across the country, across the world. People are looking for tech talent. But you don't see Nigerians or Africans looking, vying for this kind of position because they don't even have the skill in the first place. All right. They have in Canada, the global talent stream program is the fastest way to enter into Canada. That is the fastest way for you to enter into Canada. Tell me how many weeks? 2 weeks. So once you get a job in Canada, it takes them 2 weeks to process. It's the fastest way. And you can tell you that tells you the importance of tech or having a tech skill. So if you look at yourself currently, can you apply for a job in Canada and actually get a job? Then you know that you need to upskill yourself. Personally, you need to upskill yourself. All right. So global talent stream is the fastest way for you to enter into Canada. It's just 2 weeks after which after you've gotten a job in Canada. Now, the global talent visa also in the UK guarantees you 3 to 5 years to live and work in the UK. And after that duration of 3 to 5 years, you can apply for ILR, indefinite leave to stay. Okay. All right. So that's your PR, basically. You can stay in the UK as long as you want. So these are the things that tech skills are opening doors for people, all right? So you have the global talent stream, you have the global talent visa that you can apply for after you finish your training program, get a training skill, get this. The first thing is just a skill, all right? So in Germany, we have it's called the Blue Card Scheme, okay? Also specifically for tech talent. Singapore has a tech pass program. Singapore is one of the largest economy, has one of the strongest economy currently in the world, and they're still looking for tech talent. All right. And we have Nigerians that have sense, that have the capacity to learn these things that are not learning it. And that's why we're making it accessible to people to say that you can learn this thing and you can relocate with your family and all this. Australia has the global talent visa, very similar to that of the UK. Tech talent, only tech talent. So if you've been working in the hospital, you've been working on the farm, and you want to relocate, these are the skills that people, a whole country is looking for tech talent. So that if you have talent, if you have tech skills, you can apply and you will get a visa for you to relocate with your family, live and work. All right. France has, the French tech visa program. Ireland has the critical skills employment permit program. So these are just some of the countries, not all. Yes, just some of the countries that have so many opportunities for tech talent. All right. And you can do this by yourself. After you've learned the skills, apply for these things. And some of them you need, to work on 1 or 2 projects, harness your skills and so on and so forth. But essentially, that's what we are here to do. That's literally what we are doing for you. All right. All right. So other opportunities include you working as a freelancer. Some people don't want to relocate. Some people just want to be in Nigeria. I have people like that. All right. So I just want to be in Nigeria and earn foreign currency. And I'll share one of them, Abdurrashid. Abdurrashid is currently living in, I think it's in Kogi or Kwara State. Okay. And he currently works for a company in the US. And a ton of them like that. Even guys in the UK working as a student. So rather than working 20 hours in university, all right, they are working for a company in the US and they're earning significantly what people are earning 20 hours, working 20 hours are doing currently, their counterparts. And they're gaining experience in that same duration where somebody's working in a warehouse or working in some other, institution and all that. All right. So you can work freelance, you can work fully remotely. Okay. So all these things gears you up. And I'm going to share some of them. So I'm just going to bring it up I'll be bringing up my browser just a few seconds so I can show you. So some of the sites you can use, LinkedIn, absolutely one of the best places for you to get remote jobs. If you actually don't know, I'll show you. Remote.co, Upwork, Indeed, Wellfound. These are some of the job sites that I will show you free for free. When you go to the training program, I will show you more. All right. all right, that you can actually use to get remote jobs. Okay. So let's start with LinkedIn, for example. Let's start with LinkedIn. Let me show you LinkedIn, for example. I'm just going to log into my LinkedIn and I'll show you remote jobs that are currently available that you can start applying for. You personally can start applying for. All right. So you can see this some of the people that have gone through our training program and the work they are doing at the moment. Okay. So this is one of our students. Let me just go to jobs. I'm just going to go straight to data science because we're dealing with data scientists. So I can see it, data scientist, United States, remote. So I'll show you how to do it anyways. Data scientist. I'm going to search for data scientist first of all. Location, I'm going to put in United States. Okay. I'm going to put in United States. All right. Now, I only want remote jobs. I don't want on-site. So you see here, on-site/remote. Okay. So I will take what? I will take only remote roles and I'm going to press OK. Okay. So these are jobs, data science jobs. Okay. Somebody said I should zoom in. All right. So these are data science jobs that are currently in the US that are fully remote, that are remote. Okay. Now, what you want to do also is not, there are some jobs that have been posted a couple of weeks ago. Okay. So you don't want to see those jobs now for a start because you want to start applying ASAP. All right. You filter date posted to, maybe the past week. That's just a week within the last week, basically. All right. So I'm going to click the past week, and that's about 6,000 jobs currently, 6,000 data science roles that you can apply for. So I'm going to click on OK. And you can see some of the roles: finance and strategy analyst, that's analytics, okay? Data engineer, those are some of the roles that you can take on. Data analyst, definitely you can work as a data analyst. After you go through the program, you can work as a data analyst, you can work as a data scientist, a data engineer, so on and so forth. So looking at this data analyst role, this is what? $85 per hour. This is $85 per hour. And imagine you're working 40 hours in a week. That's, what kind of job you're doing for you at the moment. So you see this, what are they looking for? Experts in Excel, and you're going to cover Excel. So tell me, if you go to this training program, how would you not be able to apply for this job? The main reason why you cannot apply for remote jobs at the moment is because you don't have the skill. You say people earning in dollars is because they have the skill and people are paying them for the skill they have. What skill do you have? Ask yourself that question in order for people to pay those information. So data science analyst, let's take a look at this also. All right. So 2 years experience working with big data technologies, proficiency use of Excel. See, that's why I tell you, that's the reason why we call it full stack, regardless of any way you find yourself. Experience in programming with analytical tools such as Python. You're going to learn Python. All right. 2 years experience performing, managing, delivering data science projects. You're going to work on different projects. Like I said, most organizations are looking for people that have worked on projects. So if anybody is telling you to go and learn how to use Python on YouTube and you're not using it to solve critical problems or critical solutions for businesses, you're just wasting your time. You're literally just wasting your time. All right. So you need projects that are industry relevant. And I'll show you some of those projects. So those are some of the things. So you can see quite a number of roles, fully remote roles that you can actually apply for. All right. So this one also the same thing. This one pay range is between $49,000 to $97,000 a year. Most of these recruiters are actually looking for people outside of America. Why? Because it is cheaper. Okay. So learn a skill today. Earn significantly higher than what you ever think you can actually earn. All right. Have you thought about earning like over $1 million every month? This is the kind of skills that you have that you will guarantee you to earn such amount. There are people that are currently earning 1 million, 1.5 million on a monthly basis after tax. Okay. So these are some of the ways they've gotten a job. Another place you can actually go to is remote.co. Remote.co. These are other job sites. I'm making this it's free of charge. I'm doing this for you, okay? Just to show you. So you see remote.co, this is purely remote roles, okay, across the world, majorly in the US also. Remote jobs in the US. All right. And I'm going to search for data science. So data scientist. All right. So data scientist, I'm going to search for that and I'm going to search for jobs. Okay. Give it a second. This was posted a day ago. You see senior data scientist, and you can see some of the roles. Let me just click on data scientist. All right. This was posted about 2 days ago. What are they looking for? Python and SQL. And you're going to learn the two of them. So tell me, where don't you want working with data scientists and data analysts? The kind of project you're going to work on, you will be working in groups. So you work with data scientists, you work with data analysts. So you're going to be working in groups. So basically, you would have that experience of working with data science. So if they ask you, have you worked as a data scientist? What's the answer going to be? Yes. I've worked with data scientists, I've worked with data consultants, I've worked with data, so on and so forth. So those are the things that you are going to learn. Experience developing and implementing statistical model. Like I said, you're going to learn statistics. All right. You would implement statistical model in Excel, Tableau, and Python. Okay. Especially in the ML and AI family. So you're going to do ML is machine learning. Machine learning is part of the program. You're going to do the same thing. So the pay for this is $115,000 to $145,000. All right, a year. All right, 6 figures. So these things, I'm not saying you're going to get 106 figures immediately, but I'll guarantee you that you can get a job working remotely. That's one thing I'll tell you. Last but not the least, just because of time, is Upwork. Okay, Upwork. Okay, so I'm going to go to Upwork, find work for your skill, not for your interest. If you have interest, they do anything for you, it doesn't do anything for you. Find work for your skill. I'm going to click on that quickly, and I'll take you down to data science. Okay. So you can see there are quite a number of data roles. Okay. There's data miner, there's data scientist, there's data analytics, and these are all roles that you can do after you've completed the training program. So let's just go with data scientist. Okay. So check out the sample of 885 data science job posted on Upwork. 800 work. Okay, so you can see this was posted 5 hours ago. Junior data scientist. Let's check that one out quickly. Then I'll just continue. All right. So this is what $10 to $20 per hour working as a junior data scientist. All right, 1 or 2 years experience working as a machine learning engineer or data scientist. And these are all the tools, Python, NumPy, pandas that you would have learned, feature engineering, model selection. You will do all these things, data preprocessing. You will do all these things in the training program. So you see, these are opportunities that are waiting for you to latch up on. The only thing that is hindering you right now is skill. So, and that's why we tell most people that you can actually learn this thing. You can actually learn this thing. So, who are going to be your facilitators? My humble self, if you're in April, I have close to a decade experience working as a data analyst, a data scientist, data developer across different institutions across Europe, across Nigeria, Africa, and even the US. So I do a lot of freelance, I do a lot of remote jobs and all that. That's what I do at the moment. All right. So if you follow me, you will see me. I have my workstation. That's where this is literally my house, my work and everything. So this is my office. Okay, I have my own small office. All right. So another person is Brahima. Brahima is a senior data associate with Analytics. Prior to Analytics, he has worked over close to 5 years experience deploying data science initiative across firms in Africa and across Europe. So she's our superstar, that is driving people, helping people also transition. So she works currently as a senior data associate. She has trained well over 900 people, okay, across 4 continents, okay, and she has a first class in structural engineering. So for women that are thinking of transitioning and you feel like, can you do it? Marima has done it, and she would also help you transition. Okay. We also have Toma. Toma also is a senior data associate with Analytics. All right. She has close over 10 years experience, working in the IT industry. She has worked as a business analyst, as a systems analyst, data analyst, project manager. All right. And she holds a computer science degree in Kwame Nkrumah University in Ghana. So she's also she's one of the people that will be holding your hands, guiding you through, mentoring you through your journey. Okay. We have Obi now, a data scientist currently working in Canada. Okay. Prior experience, he worked with one of the largest banks in Nigeria, in Africa, actually. All right. And you can see what he said here. He has been instrumental in technical product support for flagship digital and retail products, generating billions of naira annually and servicing millions of customers. So these are people that have deployed it on a large scale. Okay, not just minimal. Okay, they've deployed it on a large scale. So you know by default that this you're going to be learning a lot from these people. So you can go on profile, you can go on their profile too, click to connect to them, okay, and ask them questions and all that. Ibrahim Animashal, the superstar, okay, he's currently a machine learning engineer, okay, with Brand Dental in the UK. He's also going to be working with you. He developed one critical model, okay, which is he completed a data science fellowship in faculty AI, where it created a Bayesian toolbox to predict chances of survival in patients. So the key thing here is Ibrahim is a doctor, okay, but he's also a data scientist. All right, so he's using machine learning within the industry where he works. Okay, so he currently works as a doctor, but also a machine learning engineer. So he's using it in two ways. Okay, so he's still not he's operating as a doctor, but also does machine learning engineering. And that's why we tell most people you don't need to reinvent yourself. You can always leverage your Excel, your skill in whatever industry you want to work with. So Abdurrahman Danimura, okay, is also a data science consultant with one of the big four companies here in the UK. All right, and he has deployed it across different financial institutions, different industry, literally across the UK. But that's what he does on a daily basis. And he's going to be working with you to get you into the career as a data scientist. We also have Chinazam, currently works at the data analyst with BPD, one of the largest logistics firms in Europe, okay? Definitely the largest, actually, okay? And he has a master's in data analytics and is also going to be working with you, holding your hands and guiding you through your projects, okay? The last but not least is Emmanuel Arobolo, okay? Lead data and insight analyst with Softcom, okay? And he's also going to be working with you in developing your skills and helping you transition. So these are the kind of people that you have working with you. That will be working with you and helping you and next your skill to get started. Now, you can see some of the project of our participant, analytics and detection program. You can see this is one of our participants. She wrote a Python code that will be able to detect her fingers, okay, her hand, basically. All right. You can see another person here is dancing. You can see another person here. This is what we call a post detection program done in Python. This is all done in Python. And I'm just going to play everything so you can get to see all what the wonderful work our participants are doing. Okay, you can see all the wonderful work our participants are currently doing. So once you finish the training program, you will get access, you'll be able to build all this. You can see this. This is a face detection program, face, eyes, and mouth detection program. You can see the same thing here. You can see here, somebody has built a face detection program and has posted it. All these are available on YouTube and on LinkedIn. You can go on LinkedIn and you can do all these things, and you can search. Okay. So you can see my analytics and detection program. This is LinkedIn, okay, hand detection program. You can see another hand detection program. You can see people post detection, and these are people that started that did not even have any experience in data science, and now they're building all these sort of projects. So you can actually learn this thing. That's the key thing that you know. The only thing that's hindering you is the skills that you have. Okay, so in order for you to get started in this career path, okay, we're currently running it this way. The price of this training program is you can join the next cohort. The next cohort is going to start on the 27th of May. That is next week, Saturday. We have a new training program that's going to be starting next week, Saturday. So project based, you're going to be doing everything to get you into the industry. Okay. So the training program is going to be £400. Okay. £400. Or in Naira value, it is 320,000 Naira, okay? It is 320,000 Naira. And you can pay in two installments. That's the beauty. So you can pay 200,000 Naira for the first installment and 120 for the second installment. Or if you're going to be paying in pounds, you can pay in pounds of 250 and you can pay the balance of 150 pounds. All right? So that is the fee. Now, go and leave it. I saw now people are waiting until the end of the session. Okay. Now let me tell you, okay, let me tell you the gift, the special offer that we have for you. All right. Don't tell anybody, you don't tell anybody. All right. We have a discount running at the moment. Now, this discount is only available for the first 20 people. We only have discount available for the first 20 people. All right. Only first 20 people. Okay. So now, rather than you paying £400, you can pay £300. All right. Rather than pay £400, you can pay £300. And the beauty also is still that you can pay in 2 installments. So now, in paying £300, you can pay the first installment of £200 and £100. You can pay the first installment of £200 and £100. Now, if you're paying in Naira, you can pay 270,000 Naira in 2 installments, 180 and 90,000 Naira. If you're paying in USD, you can pay in 400 USD. You can pay 400 USD in 2 installments, 300 USD and 100 USD. And if it's in Canadian dollars, 500 Canadian dollars, 350 and 150 Canadian dollars. So this is only available for the first 20 people. Now, let me tell you what typically happens, okay? People say, Shemina, I'll pay. Can you hold a spot for me to the end of this week? Can you hold a space for me till Tuesday, so on and so forth? And the funny thing is only available for the first 20 people. So currently we have, about 100 and close to 149 people currently on the call. All right. Trust me, you want to be a part of that first 20 people. But if you're not, you'll be paying the original fee of £400 or 320,000 Naira. So if you want to start your opportunity, if you want to actually come into the training program, okay, this is your time. This is the best time where we have this discount running. So please register now, okay? And this is the account number for the UK account and the Nigerian account. So you can take a screenshot right now and you can make payments. Okay. So please, first 20 people. And I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to show you the class because most people want to see, I'm going to show you the current class that is going on at the moment. Okay. So this is where this is our LMS, the learning management system. And I'm going to show you the full stack data science program, the previous class, this cohort 14, all right, that is currently going on. All right. And I'm going to show you the people. Okay. And you can see in the people, we have 50 students currently. You can see all of them, you can see their names in there. All right. So these are 50 students currently in this class that started last month. Tell me, I can tell you for a fact that 20 of these people paid the discount fee, okay, while the rest paid the original fee, okay? And the same thing with every other course that we have. Let me show you another course with full stack data science 13. This is full stack data science 13. People, we have 38 people. Now, out of these 38 people, 20 people paid the discounted fee, while the remaining paid the full fee of £400. Same thing with every other course that we have in there, okay? So I don't know why that one moved away. All right. So qualified for the core 12, you can see people, 45 students are in there. So only the first 20 people. So you want to be a part. I'm still going to show you some other things, the projects you're going to work on. So let me just show you the current cohorts. You can see this is core 12. You can see all the projects they've got, the things they've built already that they've worked on. So you can see they have the skills assessment session. They have the introduction to the class, tell them about the class, how the training program is going to go, so on and so forth. So you can see statistics class 1. Statistics class 1. This is their first class in statistics. All right. You see, they have a project that they get to work on. This is the first project they're going to work on. And this is the beauty of the training program. And this is one thing people are lacking, trying to learn by themselves. All right. So there's a case study. Now you're using analytics to provide a solution to the case. This is an actual project. All right. Because we, as an institution and as individuals, we have worked on different projects in the past. So we use this project we worked on to teach our participants. Now, looking at what we have here, Future Tail Hotel Reservation case study. This is an actual case study that I worked on, okay, that I worked on in my own experience working as a consultant, all right? So you see this particular hotel, okay, they were having issues, okay? They were having issues and they needed the data professional to provide a solution. Let me tell you the problem is, the online hotel reservation channels have dramatically, changed booking possibilities and customers' behavior. So, you can book hotel in advance. If not by now, people are already booking for December hotel in advance. So a significant number of hotel reservations are called off due to cancellation or no-show. So this hotel was having issues with people canceling last minute or very close to the time, or just canceling a no-show. So if you book an hotel of, let's say 5,000, let's say 200,000 naira, okay? So if you cancel, they will charge you maybe 20,000 or 20,000 naira cancellation and refund the remaining 170K, okay, to you. So to you, you're winning, but the hotel, they're losing money. Even they're canceling 30K, they are getting 30K, but that's opportunity of them to have won 200,000. So this particular hotel was having issues. So now, if you, as a data analyst or a data scientist, okay, how do you solve this problem? That's the case study they're working on. That's the first case study. This is what statistics class 1. This is first class in statistics. And this is what they're going to be working on. It's the beauty project. These are the kind of projects. And I'll show you what we did in class. This is a recording. You have lifetime access to the recording, to the case studies, to the material, like I previously said at the start of the program. Okay? So I'll leave that one to load a bit. I will show you some other classes. Let's check out the statistics class 2. I'm going to show you statistics class 2. Okay. This is their presentation. They did a presentation, project presentation. Let me show you their project presentation. All right. So this is student that started in 1 week, and you see what they are doing in 1 week. Sorry, I'm just going to stop sharing and share again so you can actually hear them presenting. All right, you can see this is Brahma. Brahma is the one leading this particular session, okay? And you see what these people did in the first week. See what they've done in the first week of the program, of them presenting. All right, you can see what people have done in just 1 week. This is the first case of the future tier hotel reservation data set. So this is what people have done, and they're coming up with a presentation of what the potential problem is in analytics, descriptive diagnostic and predictive analytics. So they're using analytics already to solve real life projects. So if a potential recruiter is reaching out to you to ask you a question, all right?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to show you that, okay? I'm still going to come back to that, okay? So, this advice for people built in first week of the training program. First week of the training program. And they still have how many months? They have 3 months to learn and work on more projects. So I'm going to show you other projects to work on, okay? So you see, we have the statistics class 2. I'm going to show you the statistics class 2. So this is the statistics week 2. Sorry, this is case study. This is statistics case study. This is class 2. This is statistics class 2. And you can see the case study. I'm going to show you quickly the case study. This is the Zoom link, okay? And this is the statistical forecast. So they're building a forecast, okay? Statistics and forecasting. So they have this already also, okay? So you're going to be working on real life projects. So looking at this,
Yes, I can.
just going to mute that so I don't waste too much time talking about this. So these are the kind of projects, you see, I'm the one taking this particular class, and I'm just going to zoom it out, just take it to the end, and you see how we are learning together in class. So you see people are learning together, benefiting from the program together, and you can see we're building our dashboard in class at the moment. This is literally the first class, statistics case study 1, literally the first class, statistics case study, the first class, okay? So these are the things that you're going to learn in practical case studies, practical hands-on case studies. So this goes all the way to machine learning. So you see machine learning here, all right? You see this is a case study, okay? Bright House Consultancy, okay? So you can see the problem statement. This is what they're going to be doing this weekend. This is one of the projects I'm going to be working on this weekend. So you can see, I'm just going to zoom in a little. All right, and you can see the data dictionary, the problem statement, about the business, and so on and so forth. So these are the things people are looking for to learn to get started. And you can see every class is what? Every class, there's a project for each class. There's a project you're working on for each class. So looking at this on customer segmentation using unsupervised machine learning techniques. So you see, this is another project you get to work on. For supervised heart disease prediction, you can see that the project you're working on is always a project you're working on. So It's project based. Nobody's going to be there. You're going to you learn theory and all that, but you're going to be working on project because that's what will get you the job. That has worked for us. So, so please make sure you be part of the first 20 people to register. It's only 300. It's 300 pounds currently for the first 20 people to register. 300 pounds, and you can pay in 2 installments, 200 pounds or 100 pounds. And if you're paying in naira, it is 270,000 naira. You can pay in 2 installments, 180 and 90,000. It's weekend classes, only weekend classes. It's starting on the 27th of May, 2023. 27th of May, 2023. So guys, Brahima, I know we have some people that are on the call. Participant that would like to talk to you guys. So Brahima, are you there?
Yes. Okay, so we have from our just concluded hackathon, right? We have 2 of our participants that participated.
Okay.
And we have one of the winners. Yes, so we have Muhammad Suleiman, and then we have Henry Kilmer. So we'll be starting with Muhammad Suleiman. Hello, Muhammad. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Grandma? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. So nice to hear your voice again.
Mohammed, do you want to show your video
Yeah.
so we can get to see you? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so can you see me now? Yeah.
Yes, we can see you.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
All right. Yeah, so I'll just be talking briefly about my experience so far, as one of the students in the data science cohort. And I'd say it's been a very special experience so far. And the reason is because I personally don't like Python. I don't like Python. So, but I was opportune to go through the data analytics program, and I saw the way I was able to interact with the facilitators firsthand, and then I just registered for the data science cohort. One thing that was special. Sorry, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing that was special was that or that I found special was that after the data analytics program, I was able to get a job based on the training program, the soft skill sessions. I was able to get a job. And then on the job, I registered for the data science program, and it's been, a great experience. I've been able to build stuff that I didn't think were possible. I don't know if I can just show some of it.
Okay, yeah, so let me allow you share your screen. I'm going to stop
Okay.
sharing so you can share your screen quickly. All right.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, it is. It's showing now.
Yeah, so this is basically I call it a machine that predicts whether a patient has a heart disease. And you can see the blocks of codes. This is the EDA, exploratory data analysis, did analysis to detect outliers. Those are abnormalities in the data. And, you can see, look at, this is a donut chart. Okay, so this is one project. Then there's another one, okay, that I'm currently working on. These are capstone projects. And I'm basically applying the same technique. And you can see the amazing visuals that I'm building in Python. You can see visuals. Okay, in fact, I even learned something today. Okay, I learned how to build a 3D visual. I'll show you now. Yeah, here. I learned how to build a 3D visual. So I can compare 3 different variables. You can see age, you can see balance, you can see duration, and I can see how my data points are behaving within those 3 variables. So, and you can see supervised learning, feature engineering, and all. So this is something that I didn't like doing to start with, and I've developed love for it just because of the way, the facilitators have been able to communicate the knowledge to us. So you are thinking of joining, please, I hope you can make your decision now. Cheers.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mohammed. Mohammed is an absolute superstar. All right. He's one of the people that we hold in very high esteem in the sense that he has been the one to mentor people to get jobs. Okay. Currently, he works remotely also. All right. And he has helped quite a number of other people pass on the knowledge that he has used in getting this remote job and also helping other people. And the most recent success he had was during our hackathon. I'm just going to share that quickly. All right. So we had an hackathon this last weekend. Okay, we had an hackathon last weekend. So we had Michelle she's a lead data scientist with Lloyd's Bank in the UK. We had Sadiq Akintola he currently works as a smart analytics professional with Google. We had Sebastian currently works as a AI ethical partner for AI with Cambridge University, essentially. We had Olamide Jola Osho, currently working as the head of data analytics with Wemo Bank. So these are the 4 judges. You can see myself, Ifmena, and Adeza Suleiman on call also. So we had the hackathon, and Mohammed was the second position. And let me just show you briefly what's Mohammed in class. Mohammed, you started when? When did you start your program again? Sorry.
January. Yeah, January.
January. And I'm going to show you what this is Mohammed. You can see the same background, okay? Literally the same. And this hackathon is on YouTube. You can go ahead on YouTube to see exactly what he did. All right. And it came second position using Python to analyze, the data to come up with recommendations and so on and so forth. So these are all our participants. Everybody that presented here were all our participants, okay? And you get to see the wonderful work that they've done. You can see Mohammed going through his case study
by region, and notice here that both the Northern and Southern Africa and similar to that of South Africa in
this is coming from somebody that started the program in January. Okay, so what the key thing is, it's learnable. Like, people are learning these things and they're using it to, better themselves in terms of their career and in terms of all the things that they need to get started. All right, so Mohammed, absolutely, you're a phenomenal professional. You're absolute. We are always proud of you. Okay, thanks a lot for taking our time to talk to people.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right,
thank you.
Fantastic. All right, no issues. All right, Brahma, do you have any other questions we need to?
Yes, we have Henry. Henry, please can you unmute yourself? Henry was one of the participants on Masterclass.
Hello.
Alumni hackathon. Hello, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you now.
I think
okay. I couldn't see myself. So I was wondering whether anyone can see me.
Yeah, we can see you now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Henry. I'm a February cohort. I joined in February to analytics, and actually, my wife was the one that introduced me to analytics. She's doing a BA, so I decided to go for data science. Sorry?
No, continue, sorry.
Okay, so I tried to go for full stack data science, and the experience so far has been tremendous. In fact, when I commenced, it was when we were starting, when a aeroplane wants to move, it moves slowly, then it speeds up. Then right now I really don't have time. I sleep by 1 a.m. almost every day because I'm trying to catch up with my backlogs. I try to rewatch the old things. Try to go back and learn more. And I'm closely following Mohammed Suleiman closely because the guy said he said that he said earlier that right now that he doesn't like Python, but I think he's lying. I believe he's lying because Python to plot a graph in Africa, and I've been checking how to do that. I'm going to learn how to do it. In fact, I was watching him 2 days ago. He imported Power BI in his LinkedIn, imported Power BI into Python. I saved that video on my, so he can't be lying that he doesn't like Python. He actually likes Python. So I'm actually watching him closely. I'm going to collaborate more with him. So it's awesome. It has been awesome collaboration here. I mean, Efemena has been awesome. Everyone in analysis has been awesome. I mean, the pace we have gone, what we have achieved. like I finished my own heart disease prediction project today, and I posted it on my GitHub. So these are the projects we are doing, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So it has been, the experience so far has been tremendous. I mean, when I started looking for data in my place of work, just to test, just to look at how things are, even what Brahma posted about the attendance when you want to start just now in May or June. I can actually put it here and plot it. How many people do you want to start in May? How many people do you have to start in June? Do you all those kind of things? I just want to play with data, and that is how I've been going, right from February till now. And I think I like the pace so far. So Analytics has been very good. So let me give you one secret. If you want to join now. Then if you want to be good at it, follow Efimena's What We Do video, bomber to bomber. Sometimes just don't practice, just listen. He repeats, he sings with it. How many customers are low? How many customers are high? He just sings with it. You just follow him bomber to bomber, listen to every bit of what he's saying, and you get it. You will get it, and before you know, you start flying, and you become confident in yourself. And it's going to be awesome because you take baby steps from day one till, and you have your support system around here. You have communication, and by the time you get to the finishing line, you'll be awesome. Trust me. So it has been a tremendous experience, and I believe that I think I'm in the right place. I wouldn't have been anywhere otherwise. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Henry, I'm going to showcase your presentation also during the hackathon. So Henry currently is being very humble in the sense that is talking as if Mohammed is absolutely also a very diligent professional. Do you understand? Very, very proud. We're proud of them, honestly. I'm just going to show you exactly what Mohammed and what Henry did also. So you can see his projects.
Which signifies it's a plastic particle.
So,
okay.
And I'll tell you guys, this is available on YouTube. You can you started in February, correct? I know you mentioned it correctly. You started in February.
Yes,
this is what exactly. So you can see what they've done already using Python to analyze real life scenario. This is a real life project, literally a real life project that we have to get experts across the world to come and assess people, our own people, to tell them that we train these people and they're going to use their skills to solve real life projects. All right. So you can see this is basically this. You can see using it to analyze dice, generate analysis by variant analysis. And these are the things that you need. These are what recruiters are looking for. All right. So it's not just learning how to use Python. It's using it to solve problems. Okay. And these are the things that, and you can see Henry, ditching it out, and everybody was just, I think the comment afterwards was what I really enjoyed. See the insight that he got from it. So on and so forth, and you see all of them giving their feedback. Michelle was the one talking at this point. I didn't see what she said.
Taught us and skew quite a lot, but didn't explain what they were.
And this is where the balancing has to come.
You see, wonderful people. This is the beauty of it, and absolutely. When Henry presented before, Mohammed, and people were saying in the comment, I was reading the comment, they were like, it's impossible that Henry started in February. Like people were actually saying in the chat because it was open for public. Literally everybody was live on YouTube, Instagram, on LinkedIn. People literally say that it's impossible for someone that started in February to be able to be this competent enough to do this. That's what we are proud about. That's what we do. All right. So thank you, Henry. Honestly speaking, you're a testament to the great work that we're doing at Analytics. So I really appreciate you taking our time out of your weekend, out of your weekday. Literally, we came to come and talk to people and tell them about your experience. Really appreciate you. All right. Thank you very much for taking our time.
I'm glad. Thank you so much.
All right. Appreciate it. All right. So, guys, please, it's only available for the first 20 people. Don't get it wrong. It's not for everybody. Okay. It's only available for the first 20 people. So please be a part of the first 20 people too. I'm begging you because when you start doing these things, you'll be saying, Shimena, thank you very much. You will invest, you're investing in yourself with £300, 270,000 in equivalent. I'll tell you, the first job you get, you will make more than this. Okay? So if your first job, ridiculously, you get a job. I know somebody currently in Nigeria works with one of the insurance training program, one of the insurance firms. All right, first salary was 500,000 naira. Now, if that guy was thinking, oh, this is so expensive, you will never get that money. So if you're looking to invest yourself to earn significantly higher, trust me, this is the program designed for you. All right, the training program is Saturdays, okay? Saturdays by 11 o'clock in the afternoon, 11 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, 11 to 2 p.m., West African time. All right, so the UK, if your account number for the UK, account number for Nigeria, please upload your payment, the proof of payment. I can see some people have started making payments already. Please start to make payments. So, all right. Another thing also you could use, for people in Ghana, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Kenya, you can pay using the foreign card payments, using PayPal to make payment. And you could also use Paystack to make payments. So if you're in Nigeria and you want to use your card to make payment rather than make a transfer, you can click on the Paystack link. These links are going to be made available for you. They are in the chat already. Yes, Olu, yes, I've seen your payments already. Thanks a lot for that. And I think over like 4 other people have made payments already. So please, with only 20 people, you have limited spots and you're going to get emails to tell you when we have filled up already. So please be the first person to make payment. Yes, it's available for this June cohort. If you're looking for, if you're going to be looking at June cohort, you can make your deposit now and start in June. You understand? Secure your position first of all, then you can postpone. Do you understand? You can. So we run this every month. So you can look at paying this month and starting next month. So okay, that's still something that we can work around. Okay. All right. So let me just show you quickly some participants' testimonials and feedback. I will show you this quickly, and this is just people that have gotten jobs. Okay, people that have actually gotten jobs. So you see, Ebu Bay, okay, another fantastic student. She said, literally, this is with Brahima. She was having a conversation with Brahima, and she said, I am, let me see, okay, my new role is data scientist. First proper job in the UK. You know, when somebody says first proper job, it means she has done other things. She has done other work. I don't know what she has done, but she has done other jobs. But this is a first proper job in the UK. This is what she wrote. This is what she sent. All right. After the analytics training. And you can see she works with the NHS at the moment, working as a data scientist. Now, tell me if you're that good. You can see what you can see the work Henry presented. You can see the work Mohammed presented. Tell me if you're that good. Tell me how you don't get it. How many professionals currently can do that currently? You understand? We have 112 people currently on the call. We had close to 180, 200 people on the call. The majority of these people do not use Python. So if you're that person that stands out, you're likely going to get the role. So you understand? That's what it stood out in the job application process. And she currently works with NHS, sponsored job. She got a sponsorship and everything is there. So, those are the kind of things. Let me show you another person. Also, Ubong. Ubong went through the data science training program, went through the data analytics training program. Currently works as a full stack. He currently works as a data analyst. He works as a data analyst with Cognizant. Cognizant is one of the biggest IT consulting firms, in the world, not just in the UK. So, these are the kind of places our participants are working with now, right? And we are absolutely proud of these guys, okay? Absolutely proud, okay? We have Idris at DBC, my guy. Do you understand? Idris went through the full stack data science program, did the interview, all right, got the job. Currently works as a data engineer. Like I said, once you finish the training program, you can work as a data scientist, you can work as a data analyst, you can work as a data scientist, you can work as a data engineer. So there are so many roles you can apply for because of how diverse the training program is. So DBC went through the training program, and I'm going to show you his profile quickly, okay? So you can actually see, you can see for yourself that it's only you that are injuring yourself, okay? So I'm just going to go on LinkedIn. Okay, this is my LinkedIn. I'm going to go on LinkedIn. I'm going to look for Idris at DBC. You can see his name here. Okay, Idris at DBC. This is Idris at DBC. All right, and you can see his experience, analytics. He worked as a data scientist with analytics. Like I said, you can claim work experience working with analytics, okay? And basically, this is what he did. And you can see from March 2022 to January 2023, all right, that was the period he was doing his master's. So he was doing his master's and he was also doing the program with analytics. And eventually, after the master's, he got a job currently working with Jaguar Land Rover as a data engineer. So those are the kind of things that you're going to learn. Okay, these are the kind of opportunities that people are getting that you're missing out on. Do you understand? So Idris Adebisi currently works with Jaguar Land Rover. Okay, works as a data engineer. You can see Olaliko also. I'm happy to share. I'm starting a new position as an inventory data analyst with Alara. This is Lagos State. Ismail Yakub also Rise Network. Okay, as a junior data scientist, also in Nigeria. So these are people that are getting jobs in Nigeria, abroad. We have Abdurrashid also currently works as a data scientist, went through the data science program, and currently works as a data scientist with Child 420, all right, in the US. Okay. My guy is in Nigeria. He resides in Nigeria, but works for a company in the US, earns in dollars. Do you get me? All right. So these are the opportunities that people are getting. Same thing with Mohammed on the call. Mohammed currently works for a company in the US. Okay. And those are the things that those are the opportunities that people are getting and you're missing out on. The only thing is that you don't have that skill. You don't have the skill. So if you have that skill, you are going to get the job that you're looking for. Right? So these are also some participants' feedback,
My name is
testimonials.
Prophet Charles Hussein. I'm a data scientist. I heard about analytics from a sponsor ads on Instagram. I decided to join the masterclass to have a feel of what they offer. After the masterclass, I was convinced by what I heard and decided to enroll in the full stack data science program. I was in the cohort 7. I would say the classes were amazing. The classes were insightful. The classes were straight to the point because they were delivered by world-class facilitators who are in the industry and they know their onions. The classes were prompts, were being given watch me videos where we'd go back after classes to practice, because practice, they say, makes perfect. With the knowledge I derived from Tenalytics, I am able to help businesses make forecasts. I'm able to help businesses derive insights, which in turn helps.
There are quite a number of them, okay? Quite a number of people that are doing their testimonials. Okay. So let me show you this. This is one of our
My name is Shogun Moru. I got to find out about Tenalytics from Facebook. They actually did an ads as regarding a full stack data science masterclass. So I joined the masterclass and I saw the way.
So these are all on our YouTube page. You
Hello,
can
good
go and
afternoon.
listen.
My name is Ihaho Nathaniel. You can simply call me Nathaniel or Nat. I'm a member of the Tenalytic cohort 6, and then which is strictly data science and data analytic training. Well, let me say this. In terms of data science, yes, there are a lot of companies, there are a lot of institutions, even some affiliated university that actually take this course. But one thing about Tenalytic is let me use the word structure and the way they run their package and program. Now, in terms of training program, I will say this: the lecturers or those that will coach you, they are people that are already in the industry. They know what it's all about, not people that will just come and tell you one or two stories or whatever. They tell you what actually is involved in the real industry, what they do. This actually technically exposes you to what you will likely meet when you actually get to the industry itself. Now, another thing again is when it comes to practical, every class is always practical. That is just it. Every class is always practical. In fact, you have to be on point. 1 hour to the time for the training, they are already sending messages. 30 minutes, they're already sending messages. 15 minutes, they're just telling you to start joining, and they are very consistent. That's those that are coordinating the event. They will always be ready.
So you can see these are people's feedback from the session, and we have quite a number of them. So these are also people that are posted on LinkedIn, our participants also that are posted on LinkedIn. You can go on LinkedIn, type in #Tenalytics. You see everybody uses the #Tenalytics. All right, hashtag analytics. So you just go online, go on YouTube, go on Insta, on LinkedIn, and type in hashtag analytics, and you get to see what people have actually done. You can see Jeremiah did a BS in geology. Okay, geology, nothing close to data, nothing close to computer, literally. Okay, and now see what he has done. Okay, see him quoting statistics, mean absolute deviation, mean squared error, and MAPE and everything. I mean, doing all this naive approach, moving average, exponential smoothing, linear regression. These are the kind of projects that you're going to work on. Okay, and this is in working. He's literally building a model. Okay, literally what this model is doing, the statistical model is doing, is to a week into the program, you can see what he said. A week into the program, I was tasked with performing a predictive analysis to determine the fate of Nigeria's gross domestic product GDP using it's a real life project that you have built. So this is a week into the program. This is what Jeremiah, I didn't write this. Jeremiah wrote this, and you can actually click here to view the post. And this is what he has built. And you can see him from what he has quoted. After considering all three metrics evaluation parameters across the forecasting approach used in this study, can be deduced that naive approach is the best for predicting the GDP for Nigeria, essentially. This is somebody that started. So this is what we do best. We know how to train. That is basically what we do best. Okay. So, moving on to the next one. Read one is a mathematician. You can see his own forecast, submitting his own project. My first project was from the training session with analytics. Like I said, you can use the abstract analytics to search for what people are doing currently with analytics. All right. So you can see Cynthia. Cynthia also data scientist, working, this is a project she did in Tableau, and she did the forecast, she did a dashboard in Tableau. You can see Yetunde Kuti, the same thing, built a dashboard in Tableau, and she's posting it online, telling people that this is what she has been able to build. All right. Ubong, the same thing. I told you about Ubong. Ubong got a job in Cognizant, okay? And you can see everything that he has done. He also is working on a project. He worked on a project for unemployment rate in Nigeria. We also did, so currently, unemployment rate in Nigeria, the last one came out in 2020, correct? 33.3%. So what's the likelihood? What's going to be the unemployment rates in the future? Is it going to increase? Is it going to decrease? How do you forecast for all these things? So you can see them building real life projects on this. All right. So, you see Afolabi, Ogunleye, the same thing, Idris, the same thing. I can see people posting their certificate, professional full stack data science program, Elizabeth, Tessofili, see all these people, posting their projects, people are getting jobs. So this is, Ayuade, she got a job in the UK, so on and so forth. You can see everything. See Oladimeji, got my first job after school, first day at work with the wonderful mind of at Mustard Insight. So you can see people are getting jobs. This is just in finishing school and is getting a job in Mustard Insight, also one of the tech firm based in Nigeria. So thanks to Femena and Adeza for the recommendation. So you go through the training program, recommend you. Some places we recommend you and you can get a job. So you can see people's performance, see what people are doing, going through the program. We also have people that have written articles, posted the articles on Medium, gain traction. So this is Michael Adepojo. You can see the project, the article. This is Ola Lua. You can see regression analysis. She wrote an article. Yeah, I just started my journey into the field of data science with Iper Femena, Michael, and Analytics Group. And I'm super excited to learn how value can be derived from big data. What it means. You can see what people are actually doing. Okay, you can see what people are actually doing. So please, guys, only for the first 20 people, you can register now. Discounted fee of £300 or 270,000 naira. Pay into installment, 2 installments. So the next couple of minutes, I'm going to take a few questions. So if you have any question, you have consumed a lot of time. I know, marvelous. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So if anybody, I'll just take 2 questions, 3 questions, and we'll call it a day. Okay. So Stephen, also, if you're looking to have a one-on-one session, okay, please, you can also signify a one-on-one session. We'll be having one-on-one sessions during the week if you need more clarity. Okay. So Stephen is the only person raising up his hand. So I'm going to take Stephen questions and I'll call it a day. Stephen,
All right,
go ahead.
Thank you, Efemina, for the wonderful masterclass tonight. It's a nice presentation, and I'm so happy and glad I'm part of this presentation tonight. My question is this: and this question might just be personal to me. I have a young wife. I'm also young, and we're thinking towards taking this course, full stack data science course. And I'm thinking, could we have a discount for two? Um, of course, we could just pay for one and we just learn at the background, but just for something that could be documented, that she also can also take part in the project and also get a certificate. So I don't know if you can use your good office, speak to the CEO or something to at least consider us for two. Thank you. Over.
Okay. Over. I like that. All right. So unfortunately, this is a discounted fee already. Okay. So there's a whole lot you're gonna get from. There's not just the certificate you're gonna get. All right. It's from CV review, link optimization, Upwork optimization. These things on the normal, we charge exorbitantly for these things, and we're not charging anything extra. You're only paying for the training. We're getting every other thing on the extra. So it's actually discounted that we're offering at the moment. Trust me, absolutely discounted that we're offering. So please, in as much as I would want the two of you to join the program, this is actually discounted already. So we might not be able to go lower than this. Only if you're not bringing 5 people, okay? So you do yourself and you bring in 4 people, all right? I can give you a discount. You don't even need to pay if you can bring in 4 people. All right. So that's one of the discounts that we offer. So if you can bring in about 3, 4, if you can bring in 3 people, you can get half. You can bring in 4, 5 people, you can get a full discount. Like you don't even need to pay anything. All right. So those are the things that we offer, but 2 people is not, there's no discount we can offer for that, unfortunately. All right. So Stephen, thanks a lot for that question. I hope you understand anyways.
Thank you. I do. I think I would consider bringing more people because I work for Nigerian Center for Disease Control here in Nigeria, and I know I have colleagues that might be interested in upskilling for data science. So I would look into that and see how I can bring my colleagues. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, thanks. Chooks, let me take Chooks quickly, then I'll take Tosin, then I'll call it a day. Chooks, yeah.
Hello, Femina.
Yes, boss.
You said that the class will be starting on 27th May.
Yes.
So after this class, when is the next batch of the course?
Okay, yeah. So we run this every month. So we'll have another one in June. So June, July, through the year. So yes, you can join any of the cohorts all through the year.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
All right, thanks for that. Thanks for the question. Tosin is the last question I'm going to take. Tosin, let me check your question quickly, then I can call it a day.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, yeah, thank you for the explicit explanation. I just wanted to confirm if this discount will also run for June, so you could afford time to put funds together to pay for the.
When is that? It's come again.
For the June code, will this discount also run for the June code so that could put funds together to make payments for June code?
For the June code, yes, it's good. The discount is not every month, to be honest. So I can't really guarantee. We'll need to. I can't say, to be honest. All right. So, but we'll try. If you can just just signify that you're attending this program, we might consider. Do you understand? But it's not 100% to say that it's literally going to be that every week. It's going to be discounts. Do you understand? Because the original fee of the training program is £400. We only just run a discount for early birds for people that want to register early enough. Okay, so that's the key thing that we need to do. Benjamin, quickly, and I'm just going to take that. Yes, Benjamin, go ahead, please.
Oh, thank you. Good evening. Thank you for the presentation, the whole stuff. Really appreciate. Just a quick question. To be very honest, I got very interested in the taking the course and everything because of the how interesting you have made this look, how simplifying you've made it appear to me. So I want to ask, are you going to be the facilitator, or maybe our lecturer or our tutor for this program? Because at the end of the day, I wouldn't want, I'm not saying I don't know your other people, the capacity or the ability to be able to simplify this whole course like this. So you have done a very
Yes.
good job, and I hope that since you have started with us like this, you are going to be there for us to carry us along. So that's my question, please.
Okay, fantastic. I love the question and I get what you mean. So you can see here, lifetime access, not just to the material, but to experts. So I can't guarantee that I'll be the one to take everything. But one thing I'll guarantee you is I am the one I'll teach you. Okay, so like I said, obviously it's not every weekend. It's not every weekend I'll be available to take a class. You understand? But one thing I have done is I have created detailed. You mentioned, you'll notice most people that were giving their feedback talked about something they call watch me do it videos. So those watch me do it videos are projects, okay? And I developed all those projects based on my own experience. Looking at this particular one, this is a customer segmentation project that I worked on, okay, I built, and I'm using it as a project for the participants. So this is a machine learning project, and the same thing with all other projects that you have, from statistics to Tableau to Excel, so on and so forth. So let me just show you this quickly. So this is the project, this is the Python project, okay? Right? So you see, I'm the one that will go through the project from start, just the way we did in class today, take you from start to today. So each class is handled by a professional. We have an expert now. He's going to come in on Saturday that will still take you with another project. So that's why we say you'll build more than 8 projects. That's a total for the training program. You will do more than 8 projects because I will do this project for you. All right. I have this project. I will show you. This is one project. When you come to class on Saturday, you have another project that will be handled by another expert. So you see the list of people that I told you about. One of them will work with you on the project. So this is Jupyter Notebook. And you can see this is customer segmentation, me starting from scratch. And I'm building it step by step. Okay, so you are learning from this. Okay, so it's still me that will take you. It's not like I will leave you hanging. Do you understand? I'll still take you through the program, and you still have all these projects that you get to work on. And you see, I'm the one that is taking everything, explaining each line, what I am doing, what I'm building, the reason why I'm doing it, so on and so forth. And that goes to all other projects. And I'm going to show you just so that you have your mind at rest. So this is exploratory data analysis. Okay, this is the watch me do it videos. This is exploratory data analysis, your multivariate, bivariate analysis, so on and so forth. You can see everything here. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at bivariate analysis. Okay. Okay, so you have this also. I'm going to show you this quickly. And also, we have the mentorship sessions, the career sessions. I am always available for those ones. We come in to teach you on how to structure yourself and all those things. So you can see this again. It is my humble self that is taking this program, the project, the concept. So how we do this is we have the Watch Me Do It videos that will prepare you for the class. So most times we notice that you go to class, you are usually very, everybody is sort of new to it. So what we do is we give you the Watch Me Do It video to have an idea, okay? To have a very good idea, not just an idea. So when you get to class, you get a project. So you are now using that knowledge from this class, on these videos, to work on another real life project. So essentially, that's what we do. All right. So you can see everything. You can see me doing the projects, and everything looks a lot code. This is what Mohammed and Henry used to win the hackathon. You understand? So Python is the way to go. You get me? So these are the things that we are doing. Okay. And you see, I'm still the one taking this process for the training program, and that's the same thing with all the topics you have in data science. Okay, in data science, all the way to SQL. Okay, you can see the SQL. Just going to show you, watch me doing videos. You see all the videos there. I'm there. You understand? All right. So some live classes, I take some live classes. Some live classes, I don't take it because of time, because of the number of classes that we take, because of other courses that we're taking. So there are other things I do, but most times I'm always available for the participants. Okay. So Benjamin, is that okay with you?
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. So the mentorship session also, definitely you see me during the mentorship sessions and all of that thing. So you can see all the program. Like once you finish the program, 5 years in the future, you still have each year. So you have lifetime access to all the materials, the projects, and all the things that you're doing. All right. So you see everything is made available for you. All right. So, anyways, please guys, note that this is only available for the first 20 people. I'm saying that because a lot of people will still reach out to say that if Emena, I joined your masterclass, I thought I was going to be able to make it. Can you? It's first 20. We're very strict on that. Okay. Olu, let me just ask you to mute yourself quickly, and that's it. I'm asking you to mute yourself, Olu, quickly so we can call it a day.
Sorry. Hi, everyone. It's been
Yes.
nice to finally speak to you.
Yes, Olu, thank you.
Nice to finally speak to you.
Same here. Olu, I think your internet, I can't hear you well. I can't hear you well.
I'm so sorry about that.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I was just a little bit distracted. I'm currently at work, right? So recently I made the decision to join what's called IT, to move into IT last year. I took a training, but one of the things that I had issues with the training was it wasn't that detailed. I think the person who took the training wasn't explanatory enough. It was too many. I worked on a couple of end-to-end projects, and it was too overwhelming. However, by the time I've seen the way you've done your things and the way you explain things, I mean, I would rather want to listen to you than go on YouTube and and try to watch videos, to be honest. So I'm more concerned about, currently I work in two sectors. I work in health and oil and gas in IT, which I just started. However, I really don't have that confidence yet, because like I said, it's pretty overwhelming. And I believe when you start a new job, it could get overwhelming trying to understand the systems and stuff and whatnot. So I was just wondering, what do you guys have? If I'm enrolling in this sport with the mindset that I would like to have more of I want you to say more about a one-on-one section, like you said, someone to hold your hands and someone to follow up with you. And so I was so wondering, what is that availability for that one-on-one section? Because that's the most important to me. The fact that if I run into trouble at work, even if it's not about just like getting the job, if I run into trouble, can I reach out? Can I, I understand the confidentiality and whatnot, but can I reach out and stuff like that?
Absolutely. So we offer on-the-job service for participants. So majority of the participants are getting jobs. We do on-the-job support. So like yourself, you are not confident with what you're doing at the moment or this your skill set essentially. All right. You can go through the training program, and anytime you have issues, definitely you can reach out to myself. Okay. So even though I'm not available, somebody's going to be available to help you on the job. So we have helped quite a number of people. I still helped somebody this week. Sure, literally this week. That was Friday. That was on Wednesday, actually. Okay, so I still have somebody out on Wednesday. She currently works with one of the firms in Canada. All right, she works with a logistics company in Canada, and she reached out to me. Thankfully, the time difference is good. It's good for participants in Canada. So she reached out, and it was in the evening, but it was in the afternoon for them. So or early morning for them, and we jumped on the call, helped out, worked on a particular project. It was a conditional format with logic. Okay, conditional formatting with logic and all that. And we were able to work it out together, and she was able to solve it. So definitely, Olu, we do on the job service. So as long as you're part of Tech Analytics, we'll provide all the support that you can get. So like I said, there's so much that we have to offer. So not just you learning technical skills, but on the job support, job interview and interview preparation, to navigating the job market, to every single thing. We do everything for you. So we help our own. We don't let you, we don't leave you stranded, essentially. So that's the long and short of it all. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I may not be able to take any other questions, unfortunately, just because of time. Okay. But definitely, guys, somebody's asking, how would you know if the 20 people? Don't worry, you'll see. We have an automated process. We're a tech company. Do you understand? So once it gets to that, we notify, there's an email that goes out to everyone to tell you that, the 20 people have been registered, and that's the top 20. So if you get to 20, you would be required to pay the full amount. Okay, you'll be required to pay the full amount. So please be part of the first 20 people to register. Okay. So our offices are located in the UK. We have office in the UK. We have an office in Nigeria. Okay. We are also looking at registering in Canada. Okay, because those are the main places where we are looking at, and the US also. So the US and Canada is currently in the works. We are currently working on that. But currently we have offices in the UK and in Nigeria. So our Nigeria office is a liaison office for African office or African counterparts. So even in Ghana, you're in Sierra Leone, you're in Tanzania, you're in Kenya. Absolutely, that's where you go. The training program is for 3 months, 3 months immersive and intensive training program. Okay, weekends, no weekdays. You learn your classes are only on the weekends, Saturdays. Okay, you have classes just on Saturdays. Then Sunday, you get to work on projects. Saturdays projects, Sundays more projects. During the week, you have assignments, you have group works. So it's very immersive training program. And that's why we tell most people you can't do two things. Okay. Which state in Nigeria is your office located? Do you want to come to our office? It's located in Badagry. Badagry, I'm joking, but it's located in Lagos. Okay. All right. So we have a virtual office in Lagos, and you can work it out. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful evening. And I'm looking forward to seeing every one of you in class, actually, because we don't have a lot of Nigerians and Africans in tech, okay? And that's the reason why we started. And we want to get you guys, we're going to get more people into the tech space, okay? Invest in yourself today. Don't limit yourself, okay? You want to earn significantly more. You want to have a better life. You want to work remotely. You don't want to enter traffic on a daily basis. You need to invest in yourself, okay? So thank you very much. I mean, Brahma has a degree in structural engineering. So you can see Brahma. Brahma currently is a senior data associate with analytics, and the first degree is structural engineering. You understand? So civil engineering, structural engineering, you're almost in the same decision. Okay, so you're absolutely in the right place. Okay. Benjamin is having issues making payment. Please, I'm not sure where the issue is coming from. If it's the bank account that's making issues, please click the link, use the link to make payments, the PayPal, Paystack, any one of them. You can use the Paystack if you're in Nigeria. If you're abroad, you can use the PayPal to make payments. So please, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to getting you guys. Don't worry, I'll work personally with you guys. That's your first tech job. Okay. So thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Okay. Bye, everyone. Okay, have a good night and bye, everyone. You can put a bye in the chat. Let me see everyone saying bye, 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 bye. Bye, everyone. Okay, bye. Cheers, guys.